Southwest traffic, Southwest 243, holding short runway 14, anybody inbound?
Southwest traffic, Speedbird 253 is taxiing runway 14 Bay Hotel.
What is up, my peeps? Capital G, capital O, capital D. Thank you for waking me up, blessing me with another day of life. Big up to wifey and kids, man, and big up to you guys on this Tuesday, man, December 12th, 2023. Back in X-Plane 12. It's been a hot minute, so you guys know I needed to get some dash love in the place to be, man. So we are here in Nassau, Bahamas. We'll be making a run to Key West with one stop in Miami. If the time is on our side, we might return all the way back to the Bahamas. So it'd be Bahamas, Miami International, Key West International, back to the Bahamas. We'll see if that happens, man. Let's get right into it. Flying the Q4XP-8 Q400 for Bahamas Air, guys. We are Bahamas Air 318, and there's a possibility we might have green light flying with us, so we'll see if that is actually in the works. Let's get in here and make sure everything is cold and dark. Looking good here in the flight deck. And of course, we got the old door here. Let's close that. I'm gonna be honest with you, every time I fly this thing I pretty much forget to close that door, so don't judge me. Alright, we are on here cold and dark and all good to go, man, with a little bit of rain here. Let us go right here. Happy birthday, Cole Carey, man. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Happy birthday to you. Thanks for sharing that. We are going to connect the GPU. And now that that's going, let's come right up top here and get some power on this bad boy. Of course, we got to activate the external power. The main bus is tied, you guys. Let's go ahead and get some position lights on, a tail logo, and we are looking good here. Let's go ahead and also arm our emergency lights, and let's get some action on these scrizines. You guys like that? So don't forget, we're just going to come rotate these knobs here. There's going to be 4 altogether, 2 on the pilot side, 2 on the co-pilot side, and 1 lower center pedestal, which goes for this screen. Let's jump over to the first officer's side, of course, and let's get this on and popping. Alright, we got all screens being activated, and now we can come down here and get our radios on. While they're testing, we will come up top here and get our CDUs on. Turn these both on. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go back down to this pedestal here and get these on both. And you guys can see that we are almost good to go. Let's get this to 2200, but we're not going to activate it yet. Nice, Cole. Flying out of your home airport. That's what I'm talking about, my G. That's what I'm talking about. Hopefully you can guide me out, my G. Okay, so we got them on both. We can see it is all active. So now we'll just wait for our CDUs to get where they need to be.
That's traffic, Speedbird 256.
Okay, we got 1228. This will be our COM1 quick radio panel here. Let's go ahead and accept both sides, and let's get the plane ready for departure. We are bouncing out of here with 60 passengers. Let's take a look at the old rusty dusty flight plan and see exactly what we got here. Okay, we got 3,300 pounds of cargo. And fuel wise, we need 5,704 pounds of fuel, and that is no extra fuel. So don't do us dirty. Flight planning. Okay, what you want to do is check down here. Center of gravity is in the forward and aft limits. Verifying 5,704 pounds of fuel. Now we just need to change the flying time. It is absolutely not that. Flying time for this leg, first leg, is going to be 45 minutes. Enter that. Okay, 60 packs, 3,300 pounds of cargo, 5,704 on the fuel, and center of gravity is looking good here. Let's now go to the load summary, and we're going to confirm the load. Alright, and we'll start loading, and in the midst of us starting to load, let us get our Pack X crack-a-lack in here. Alright. Start a rusty dusty flight here. This is what we're looking for. Definitely not a DC-10, but a DC or a de Havilland -8. Alright. We will play some boarding music. We'll jump off with 3. Open that bad boy up, and that is going to give us the inkling to stop the actual music and get into our loading situation. Man, Cole says I can guide you out on chat. I know the taxiways. Nice, man. Nice. Pays to have an expert in the house for sure. Alright, so we got that getting loaded up. There is no ATIS here. So what we can do, guys, while we're taking in the sights, let us get the ATIS in. Let me just double check, make sure there's no ATC, which there's not. Oh, Miami Center's on, so that's good. They went off, they came back on. That'll be really useful for our ride in to the Nassau, to the Miami. Alright, so in lieu of that, guys, you know, we can use the client here to get METAR. So let's get Nassau up in this bad boy, which you guys see just come up on your screen. And let's also get Miami up in there. 14 out of Nassau is expected, and 8 left into Miami is what I'm going to be expecting. Okay, winds here are 070 at 15 knots. Departing, the visibility is not such a big issue. Overcast at 6,000, broken at 1,500. Temperature and dew point are the same. That's why we have the overcastness and the low haze. That's why visibility is a little bit lower, and the altimeter is 3018. And Miami, what are we looking at? We got good visibility there. This temperature is far enough between the temperature and the dew point to be good. Altimeter is 3023. And the ceiling looks like few clouds at 3,500, so we'll be okay there. Overcast at 4,900. Not bad, because the landing touchdown elevation is going to be like sea level because of where we're going into. So we're looking good there, guys. So let's get up in the flight deck and let us get 3018 for the altimeter. Okay, we got 3018, and let us also get our rusty dusty navigraph up.
Laptops, tablets, and any other larger electronic devices are
see what we're working with here, man.
Thank you and welcome aboard.
Okay, we got airport info. Let's see where we're at in relation to runway 14. So taxi's gonna look really good. Pushback. We'll go. Yeah, I like this. We'll go. Let's see here. Nose to the east as we push back. We'll taxi out here to the north. Or actually, nose to the west, I'm sorry. We'll taxi north, turn around for a southern departure, or for a northern departure, or it'll be a southern departure today. So not a bad taxi at all, guys. Looks like we're just going to take hotel all the way to the base of the runway. Let's look at our departure today, here out of Nassau. We're going to be departing on the Freddy 2.
Our flight time will be roughly 45 minutes.
Of course, we know it's runway 14.
Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed.
So initial climb, sign altitude 143 to friendly, then on depicted route. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Okay, so we're out to Freddy, out to the south, bam. And then after Freddy, we're supposed to basically, this is our transition, which is Nico. So we'll do Freddy, Jutted, Harem, out to Nico. And let's see here. Boom, this is 12. 11 is 20, 23 plus another 23. So we're looking at 46 miles or so until we get to Nico. And so when we get to Nico, we'll be joining the Bravo Romeo 49 Victor. However, the reason why this is going to get a little interesting is if we take a look at our arrival into Miami, we'll see where this gets interesting. Some waypoints are shared here. Let's see, airport info, and the arrival into Miami is the FAWI 2 or FOWI 2 here, and I'll get you guys here in the chat in a second. Okay, so on the FOWI 2, we can see here we started ZKO, Lucas, FAWI, which is coming off of the Bravo Romeo 49 Victor in the flight plan. So from Nico, we need to hit that airway and then to FAWI off the Freddy 2. Okay, so I think we're going to be good to go there, since we're basically doing a southern departure. We'll turn out to the south, hit Fowler, and then we can make our turn to whatever waypoint that we, feel is necessary, which probably will be, yeah, it'll be Nico. Okay, cool. There's Lucas, Lux, FAWI, but see, some of these are on the departure, which this is the transition onto the star. We're transitioning at FAWI for the FAWI 2. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, then we are going to be planning for runway 8 left, which we just have a localizer, which I'm cool with. So we'll run the localizer. Visibility is looking good, so we should get good visibility of that. And of course, touchdown elevation is 9. We got the localizer information, final approach course. We can put all that information once we get in there. So having this information, guys, I think we're ready to go ahead and get right into the flight plan here. Right away, we can get into our departure. We said we're doing runway 14. We're doing the Freddy 2. And Nico is my cousin's name. It is. And also apparently a point. So there we're out. Jutted, Nico. And then after Nico, we're going to go right on to an airway. So we might as well get that done now. So we're going to click this right here, my wonderful peeps. Once you click that, now you're going to come right in here to list. And there's 3 choices. We are going to go to the second one, which is the airways. And there's where we find our Bravo Romeo 49 Victor. So that's number 2. There's 2. Yeah. And we're going to exit that at FAWI, which is our transition onto the FAWI 2 arrival. There we go. Now from here, we're going to type in our arrival airport so that we can actually put the arrival in. Bow. We're going to hit accept. And we're going to go back to menu to arrive. We said 8 left. Oops, which is 1. Enter that. Okay, we're going to be on the FAWI 2. We'll enter that bad boy. And now we're obviously going to have to get rid of some. ZQA is literally where we're at now here in Nassau. And then we're going to look for the localizer 8 left. And there is no transition, so we'll just hit enter. And that should all be in the flight plan. Now we got to kind of get it situated here. Because from Nico, okay, Tinky, Jer, Lucas, that should be that Bravo 149 that we're going to be on. So from Nico, we'll be here to FAWI, which is good enough for me. And then this means we need to delete all of these. Okay, because we don't need to be hitting any of these, or some of these are redundant. So let's get rid of this no link. Delete that. Let's delete ZQA. Let's delete Lucas. And we can delete this Fowie, and then boom. So let's go to the next discontinuity, which is here. And let's delete. Yeah, let's delete it, because essentially we don't want any links. However, what we do need to know, especially if ATC's on at this DHP, that will be the one all be all. Let's plan 6,000 here for lovely. For some descent information if ATC goes off. Otherwise, we're going to be good to go. So let's check something out here, man, so that we're not lost in the sauce, man. Let's just re-verify. So there's Haram, Freddy, Jutted, Haram, and then Nico. Freddy, Jutted, Haram, then Nico. That's exactly what we want. And then from Nico, we'll be on Tinky, Jer, Lucas. So this is actually the departure. Here's the funny thing. So it'll take us to Nico. And then that's when we get on BR49 Victor, which actually shows up here. Lucas. Okay, so that none of that shows up. But those waypoints, that's exactly what it is. And we bypass Lucas, so we'll be on that that airway, which we get off at Fowie. So all that's good to go. Okay, and this is a good thing for us, as we got that situated. Now the doors are closed, boarding is loading, loading is confirmed. That's looking good here. Let's get our final fuel count, which is 5704, and I'll need to get right into the flight plan itself so we can get our fuel, our reserves calculated here. So let's get 5704 here, and we'll get our 60 packs. 60 of 60 are loaded in. Gonna come right over here to our fuel planning now, and we're gonna have 60 packs. Now this is the new thing, and I'm not quite sure if our packs weight is even given here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna skip that part because not quite sure about that. Cargo, we should be at 3,300, which we are, so that's confirmed. Fuel on board, we said, was 5704. Let's double check that just to make sure I'm not goofing that up, which I'm not. Enter that. Now let's go into our alternate fuel. We've got our alternate is Orlando, which probably could be, depending on the situation, could also be Fort Lauderdale. We'll keep it there. That gives us a lot of fuel to work with. And our hold fuel is actually 1443. And there is no extra. And 2954 matches up with what's on the flight plan. So we've got our... There's also another 15 minutes of their contingency fuel. I didn't put that in there, but it does line up with what our reserve should be, so that's a good thing. Now that we've got this all situated, let's make the first officer side look like ours. You can see there's nothing here. We're going to go straight in the menu, crossfill from FMS1. When you first get to this screen, it may not be complete. See how there's no link, and it doesn't have the arrival information. All you got to do to fix that is just hit arrive, go back to flight plan. You don't have to mess with anything, and then bada bing, bada boom. Everything is there that you need. The fuel page is a little easier. Menu, crossfill from FMS1, and everything will be there. And then now we can just put this on the nav mode to show our waypoints, and we're going to actually leave this one on the direct 2 just in case we need to make something happen once we get off the ground. Let's go ahead and set up the glare shield, and then we'll run through the checklist. We'll get the aircraft all ready to go, then we'll run the checklist, guys, and then we'll bounce up out of this piece. In order to set this up, we need to see what runway 14 is. It's a heading of 143, so that looks good. So let's come down here, and we at least want to put our runway heading in here, so we're going to do 143. Alright, we've already got our altimeter set. We are going to be operating pretty much the whole day max flap 15, so we're going to set that to the flap 15 for the callouts. Now, as you can see here, these are on navigation mode, and this isn't even on something that we need. Once we get started up, we'll switch it over, but right now this is going to give us a status of our electricity, our flaps, our hydraulics. Okay, so we'll leave that on there for now. Let's also get our anti-skid armed, because we'll need to do that. But essentially for this and this primary flight displays for co-pilot and captain, we need to switch the nav source, of course, to FMS 1, not 2. Okay, FMS 1, and this side, same thing. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're going to be going with no ATC. We're going to just go right on up to flight level 200. We're going to depart out of here, guys, with our LNAV. So let's get nav on there. That activates the flight directors. And for our climb out, we are going to go into the Alta, select vertical speed, and we're going to do our initial climb out at about 2,200 feet. So now the MCP is virtually set up. We'll click here for our V speeds. So V rotate is at 108, V1 is 106, and after our rotate at 108, V2 is 115. We've got everything here set up that we need. You can see our primary flight display is rocking with it, so we're doing good here thus far. Let's go ahead and get a doors check. Before we start the APU, all doors here are confirmed and buttoned up. So at this point, we can go back here to all systems here, so that we can go ahead and get an APU start. But before we waste any time, we want to go ahead and come up here and get our better pushback all squared away, and then I promise y'all I'm gonna check the chat really quick, because I know I have been doing some, you know what, even though this is halfway crooked, actually I'll tell you, I'll do you one better. Let's just come straight back, because sometimes I don't remember which plane's better. Pushback doesn't like doing some of this stuff. Let's see, we'll come straight back to about right here. No worries.
Round of cockpit.
Alright, let me check you guys out, man.
Call me through the menu.
Alright, who we got? Green light, big up, just loaded in. Roger that. Harrison says, what up, Jay? Long time no see. Where you been? Man, just life getting to me, my G. Good to see you, Harrison. Kaisha says, and I, Bahamas Air pilot. Oh, are you saying you are a Bahamas Air pilot? And if so, that's nice, man. That's nice, man. Good to good to learn that, man. You can teach me some stuff, man. What aircraft are you flying? All right, y'all. So far, everything is looking good here, and we can go ahead and get our APU started. And let's just one thing here. Once the APU starts and we get ready for pushback, we'll run through some checklists. Everything else we're pretty much done. Let's talk about pressurization and landing elevation. It's 9 degrees or 9 feet, so we don't need to mess with this, guys. So at this point, everything is good to go up top. Bleeds are on the minimum. That's going to be perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Looking good. Let's go ahead and activate our seatbelt signs now. And we'll get the red logo or the red beacon on once we get the APU started. Gust lock is up, parking brake is set, trims are where they should be for takeoff, the conditioners are all the way down in the fuel cutoff, flaps are up in the 0 neutral position, also indicating flaps completely up. The CDU is all good to go. We have our squawk code set, and once we get ready for pushback, we'll activate this into Squawk Charlie, and we don't have no departure frequency, and Right now, steering is off, so let's go ahead and turn it on. Because usually I forget that. Alright folks, let's go ahead and go for our APU start. Okay, we got good power on the APU, and we're going to go right onto that starter. Okay, everything is off from there, so APU is starting up. While the APU is starting up, folks, we can go ahead and get better pushback here.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving.
And any
up.
station is net comms check. Let's see, let's make sure we're transmitting. Any station is net comms check. Okay, we did hear somebody on there before and nobody's transmitting, so I'm thinking we are still good to go. You can see the tug riding up now. In the meantime, let's also get you guys' controls on. We have the ATR-42 and the 72, 737, 700 bombers there. Okay, roger that. Appreciate you, Corey, man.
Also get you guys' controls on. Well, how much traffic might check?
Got you 5x5. How me, my G?
Roger, bro.
Alright, man, I'm getting ready to push back and get out of here on runway 14 on the Readies 2.
All doors and hatches are closed.
Okay, I might take runway 10 just because of the winds, but okay, that's cool.
Okay, copy that. Alright. The winch is all connected up, and we've got good APU power. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the gen.
Strap and
We're
adapter
going
in
to
position.
get rid of the
Release
external
parking
power,
brake and ready to
and
start
now
back.
we can use some bleed air to keep the passengers a little bit comfortable in the back. And of course now we need to disconnect the GPU. GPU is disconnected, and at this time we need to go ahead and go to Squawk Charlie. Okay, Squawk and Charlie, we are on, all ready to go. Let's get this down because we don't need that up as we start the engines. Gear handle is down, neutral, and we are good, guys, to go ahead and start the pushback. So let's release the parking brake. Alright, let's get this shade up. Let's go to the other side. That's good. We don't want any shades up, man. Alright. So guys, we got us some Dash 8 flying today, man. Let's go ahead and get right into this checklist.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay. We're not going to start. We're going to run to the checklist. Excuse me. Alright, first part of the checklist, circuit breakers are in, passenger signs are on, emergency lights are armed. We did do the anti-skid. Fuel transfer quantity. Let's just double check that, guys. Boom, boom, boom.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Fuel
please
tanks
direct
look
your
good.
attention
We're
to
also
the flight
re-verifying that
attendant
we did, in
as
fact,
demonstrates the features of our aircraft.
put
You will
our
notice a light illuminated above your
anti-skid up.
When this light
We're
is
also
illuminated,
going to
please
get the
fasten
yaw
your
damper
seatbelt
on,
low
because in
and
this
tight across
aircraft
the
you actually
To
get the
fasten,
yaw
please
damper
set the
on
metal
before.
fittings into one another,
Passenger
tighten by
signs
pulling
on,
the loose end of the
anti-skid
strap.
good, fuel
Release
transfer
the seatbelt with the
quantities
upper
good,
portion
brake
of the
pressures
buckle.
check,
We suggest that you
power
keep
levels
seatbelt
were
fastened throughout the
disconnected,
flight as
condition
you
levels we
experience
saw that
unexpected
they were in the
turbulence.
fuel off,
Please take a
takeoff
few
data
moments
has
to
been
now
reviewed.
locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. And
One
some
star is
features
approved,
near
battery
the
master
seat
main
of the
auxiliary
In case of an
and
emergency, we need to evacuate
aux
the
battery are
aircraft.
on.
There is
Let's
lighting
set
on the
this
floor that
parking
will
brake
guide
quick.
you towards the exit. In the event of a loss of cabin
Disconnecting
pressure,
tower.
Doors, fueling lights are out. That's good. APU bleed. Now we need to turn it off. So unfortunately, PAX, you got to be a little uncomfortable, so APU bleeds come off.
And don't worry if the
And
battery
we
is
forgot
oxygen
to
is flowing to the mask, and
do our red beacon. Red beacon is on.
if you're traveling
right there.
with children,
Bye,
now's
yeah.
the time to pick your favorite one. But secure your
Engines
mask and
clear
don't
for
assist
start.
others. Keep
We
your
already
mask
had
on
that,
until a member of the
so
crew
we
advises
are
you
good to
to
go.
remove it.
Alright,
In the
guys.
unlikely event of
Let's
a water
check.
landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under
Prop
your seat
area
or
is
between
clear.
your armrests. When instructed to do so, open
Prop
the
area
plastic
is
pouch
clear.
and
Calling
remove the vest.
starting
Flip it over your
engine
head.
number
Wrap the
1.
straps around your waist and
Actually, we'll
buckle
start
up the
number
front.
2 first.
Hold
Tow
the
is
strap tight.
disconnected and
To
bypass
swing the vest,
pin
pull
has been
firmly on the
removed.
red cord
Hand
only
signal
when
will be on the
executing.
right. We'll see you next
If your
time
life
and
vest
have a
is
Okay,
great
we got it
flight.
coming up.
automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary,
You can see over there, there's green light,
as a
November
secondary
71
safety
Charlie
device.
Hotel.
Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into
So
the
guys,
strap,
welcome
and hug
aboard
the seat
Bahamas
to your chest.
Air
Please secure
Flight 318, full service to Key West, one stop at Miami International.
Tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information and more can be found in the safety card located
Okay,
in
we're
the
just
seat
looking
back
for
in front of you.
ITT. Prop
Please
RPM is
read
looking
and let
good.
a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Alright, and we are allowed to start the left side. Starting number 1. Alright, let's monitor our torque here. We will be taking off with packs in the minimum. Now, since we don't have a first officer actually in here, we're going to leave this here. But if you guys wanted to change that information, you would just come to this knob, and now you've got nav information on here, which it still gives us this. But we're going to leave it right here for now so that we can monitor our battery and our electrical system until everything is switched over. Okay, guys, we got a good engine start here, and before we get the APU off, we got to get a few more things done here. We're clearing out to the front. Everything looks good to bring the props up, so we'll do so now. So we're going to cycle them all the way up until max prop. You can hear them coming up. And just to confirm, the steering is on, which is a good thing. Okay, torque stabilized at 3. Prop RPMs are stabilizing here. 770 both sides, symmetrical. ITT virtually almost symmetrical as well. And everything's looking good here. Let's go ahead and get the generators are automatically going to connect. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn that generator off, and we're going to turn the APU power off, and now we're going to untie the bus because there's no power from the generator. Now we're also going to get our bleeds on, so let's get our bleeds 1 and 2 on here. Recirculation, and we'll keep those on for minimum for takeoff. No smoking, and fasten seatbelt we've already confirmed are on, along with the red beacon position and the logo lights. At this point, let's go ahead and get our PDOTs on here. Let's get our window heat on and heat up the windshield just to prevent any anti-icing. At this point on the annunciator panel, we have only the parking brake. Let's go ahead and do our flight controls check, and then we will run the checklist and get up out of here. Okay, gust lock is 100% off, and we are good to go there. So let's get right into our flight controls check, guys. We're going to do full up, full down, aileron left. Keep in mind, we're also checking these hydraulic indicators here. Neutral, aileron right, neutral, rudder right, rudder left, rudder right, toe brake, and we'll check brake pressure once we get in there. So we're good to go so far, so let's get after start. Okay, external power is off. Main bus tie, you saw we turned it off. Bleed air is on as required. We are taking off. Battery temps are checked. And if we want to double check those battery temperatures too, we can just come here and make sure everything is looking good. There's our amps. There we're getting no alerts. Looking good. Condition levers, we did put them to max. Standby, hydraulic, PTU, hydraulic pressures, quantity, and we'll turn that on. So here's another thing, part of the checklist. Here is our standby hydraulic and our power takeoff unit control. We'll also get auxiliary tanks 1 and 2 on, along with the auto feather. So that will be a checklist for sure. So standby, pressure, PTU control is on, hydraulic pressure and quantity is checked. Again, if you want to check all that good stuff here, here's the hydraulic pressure. Everything is in the good. And here's the hydraulic quantity. While we're here, let's go ahead and select flaps 5. We'll see that it's selected, and we'll wait for it to indicate because that will be a check mark item. So that's all good to go. Elevator travel, we did a flight controls check. It looks good. Isolation valves for hydraulic 3 are all good. Flaps, we have selected them for takeoff. De-ice pressure, not an issue here. Rudder travel was good. Steering switch is on, which we already know because it's right here and we turned it on because we're good pilots. Windshield heat and pilot side window heat as required. We turn the pilot side on. We're going to get the taxi light on. Radar navcom is set. And the primary flight display, MFD, and the ED are all checking. Those are our displays there. And yaw damper, of course, you guys saw us put that on. So the only thing really out of here that we need to do is get our taxi light on, which we'll do right before we start moving. Alright, taxi. Taxi light as required. Altimeters we set, so we're going to check that. We got our tank auxiliary pumps 1 and 2 on. Flight instruments have been checked. Auto feathers selected to on. Flaps are set and indicated. Trims 3 are set. Takeoff warning test. Let's see. Here's the event marker. And the takeoff warning test is going to be... That's the erase test. Don't remember where the takeoff warning test is. It's been a minute since I've been in this bird. We will forgo that, and watch as soon as I, because here's our fire test up here. Okay, well, I tell you what, if we get a takeoff warning, we'll know to abort. Okay, condition levers, we're at the max, 1020. The pitot static heats are on. Ice protection is not required. Caution warning lights, we've already checked out. Annunciator looks good. Flight clearance has been reviewed. Cabin is secured. We did close the door. And we are going to get the taxi light on, so we're ready to go. Let's once again look where we're at here. We're going to depart the Apron Hotel 3 Hotel. Departure on 1-4 out to Freddy. We do have our LNAV on and our vertical profile set up. Nassau traffic, Bahamas Air 318 is pushed back from the ramp here. We'll be taxiing to runway 14 via Hotel 3 Hotel for departure out on the Freddy's 2. And we'll call lining up and departing and clear runway for Bahamas traffic. Alright. So we're good to go. Now, as promised, y'all, taxi light is on. And we are all good to go. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's ride, y'all. Market brake is off. Now let's roll.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel. This is his first officer in life, his wife, and
I'll get you guys in the chat in a minute here.
Thank you to all of you.
What's up, Andy? I see you chatting in there, so I'll comment here in a second to you, my G.
Subscribe and share, and always be courteous to other passengers on board.
Okay, we're going to pick up Hotel 3 here.
We appreciate all of your support and hope that you will join us each stream as we grow the channel together. Positivity and information sharing is always welcome, so please do not hesitate to add your comments in the chat. Once again, welcome aboard, and we will get you to your destination safely. Thank you.
Bahamas traffic, this is November 71 Charlie Hotel at the GA section. We'll be taxiing via Hotel 5 via Hotel for departure on runway 14. Bahamas.
Alright, and it should be full length here. I would turn the windshield wipers on, but they actually don't get rid of anything, if you see here. So hopefully that'll be fixed. Alright, let's do our lineup. Cabin crew notified. Cabin crew, we're taking off. Bleed air 1 and 2, we're on the minimums. Anti-collision, we'll get the white light on. Transponder's already on TCAS. Flight controls are free. We'll do another flight controls check as we turn on. We'll get the flight taxi spoilers armed, and the landing and taxi lights will be on, and we're ready to go. Lucas Santiago, hard to beat the sound of that beta. Yeah, man, it is, man. What's up, D-Champ? Good to see you, and Andy. Don't worry, guys. I'll get us in the chat here in a second. Let's just verify our departure. We're going to be out direct, so we'll be able to fly this whole thing the way it is. Let's take a look at the flight plan really quick and just make sure it's all synced up, and it is synced up, so we don't have any discontinuities in this. And we're still going to go on the direct 2 just to be on the safe side. And let's ride, y'all. Alright, landing lights coming on, and anti-collision is on. Let's roll. Final looks clear. And Nassau traffic, Bahamas 318 now entering runway 14 for immediate departure out on the Freddy's 2. We'll call clear of runway for Nassau traffic. Okay, lined up, ready to go. Alright, this is where I'd ask the first officer, you ready to go, my G? I'm ready to go. Alright, man, we agree. We're both ready to go. Let's go ahead and start that old rusty dusty timer. Timer started, and it's time to get it in, y'all. Power set. A little bit of right rudder here. Airspeed is alive. 80 knots cross check. We're looking for 108, and we got V1 and rotate. Little crosswind there. Positive rate. Gears coming up. Nassau traffic, Bahamas Air 318 is clear of runway 14, climbing out on the Freddy's 2. Last call for Bahamas traffic. Or Nassau traffic, I should say. Okay. Flaps up, climb power. Getting ready to be off to the left here in a second. Beautiful view. Taxi light is off.
Nassau traffic, this is November 71 Charlie Hotel. We're going to be taking runway 14 for departure on Freddy's 2. We're lining up on runway 14. Nassau traffic.
Okay, we got a turn coming here. We're going to go slightly above. I want our climb speed to be right at about 180, and we'll go into the indicated airspeed. pitching up just a little slightly higher than the actual flight director is telling me, because I want to bleed the speed up on the climb so we can get a climb pitch about 180 there. It's not what I wanted. There we go. We want that indicated airspeed. What's that? 171. That'll work. Or 172.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet. You may turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout.
SR traffic, this is November 71 Charlie Hotel. We are off at runway 14, climbing via to Freddy's 2. Last call, that's all. See ya.
Landing lights are off. We are above 10,000. We'll get on the autopilot here shortly.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the
Autopilot is
cabin.
connected.
However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened.
Hand it over gently.
Of unexpected turbulence.
And 11,600 feet and climbing. We can get these controls off for you guys for now.
As we continue to climb to our cruising altitude, the captain is requesting that you continue to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened. Lavatories are available at this time, but please be aware that we may experience unexpected turbulence.
Okay,
Additionally,
boom boom room should be
please advise
active
that
now.
The boom boom room is now open.
And
You are flying along with Captain Dre.
there we
He
go.
requests that you monitor boom boom room comms on frequency 123.
All right. So still climbing out nicely. 13,171. Landing lights are all off. Now that we're not in the full power, we're going to take the bleeds and we're going to go bleed normal. And everything else can stay exactly where it's at. We have no icing that is detected so far, so let's run the after takeoff checklist here. Okay, landing gear is up and confirmed. Flaps are up, set to 0. Climb power is set. Bleed air 1 and 2 are normal. Standby. Hydraulic pressure and PT can go to norm. Okay, we can turn these tanks off along with the auto feather. Alright, and we'll leave these here on normal as we continue our departure here up into the soup. We potentially could be getting some precipitation, so we'll look for the indication of anything that gives us ice. Auto feather we just did, we took it off. Engine temps and pressures. Checking. Let's look good here. Here's the oil pressure. Here's the ITT as far as the temperatures. Temperatures are symmetrical. Along with our prop climb here at 900 RPM. Torque is 68 stabilized, and the ITT is looking good. That has been checked. Ice protection as required. It looks like we may potentially be getting a little bit of icing, so let's just go ahead and get ahead of the game. What we're going to do is we are going to start defrosting the aircraft, and we're going to actually up our bleeds to max. And we're going to increase the reference speeds. So if we were to land, reference speeds would have to be increased. You can see here, the wing is being de-iced. We'll get something here on the elevator as well. So we just keep an eye on that. And you can see, there it is. So we are going to be de-icing nicely. You can see here now we have increased reference speeds on there. So that is just something that is a must. Okay, let's zoom that out. You can see we're getting a little bit of turbulence here. We have passed flight level 180 or 18,000 feet. So now we can get into the standard pressure. Standard pressure there as well. Gear is also confirmed up. Once again, flaps up and confirmed. Once we get to our cruise altitude, we will go into minimum 800 mode for our cruise on over to Miami. Cabin pressure and temperature controls. Okay. We're going to double check that right now. keep that on electrical systems here. And here's our Kelvin altitude. Everything is on auto, and there's no alerts. So we're going to just assume that that's good, and passenger signs as required. We are going to keep, for the duration of the flight, we are 100% going to keep the fasten seatbelt size on.
Traffic, Seabird 253, departing runway 14, straight in, departing straight north.
Okay, you can see now we're getting to our cruising altitude. Our vertical speed is 100% stabilizing itself. Okay, TCAS auto. You can see that speed is picking up. Okay, that's the terrain, but what we want is the weather. So I think we're good to go. Nothing significant is showing up. Okay, let's go over here to our cruise mode. Okay, now we're in cruise power, guys, and I know at one point the weather wasn't simulated, but it is now. So gain, this is what we need. Standby and weather, because it wasn't simulated before, but it is now. So the weather should now be on. We're at cruise. Speed is continuing to pick up. You can see that precipitation. Altimeters are set and the standard pressure. Power is in the cruise. Cabin pressure has been checked and the lights are as required. Lights at this time are all off. Alright, so what we want to do now, let's switch the microphone to the boom boom room. That's on. There we go. So it's kind of funny how you have to do it. Boom boom room check-in. I'm still waiting on YouTube Fires, man, to finish their approval process. So once that's done, it takes quite a bit of time. For any of you guys that monetize on YouTube, it's a whole long process and it could take a month or two. But it'll come in. Lucas says, man, he loves the turbo props, no doubt. And he says, hello, got a haircut and doing good. I've been benchmarking on YouTube for programs. I want to run in the future. My 27 Super is still good for 4 more years. Okay, yeah, roger that, my G. It also hard to beat the 27 is Super GPU, yeah. When you get a good GPU, man, that's what's up. Let me see if Miami Center is on. 135, 175. Let's look and see. I think we should just check in with those cats. You know, I mean, mates. Okay, yeah, we're just now entering Miami Center. Oh, there he goes right there. 35, 175. Alright, so we need to 100% switch this back to the old boom boom. I mean, to the normal comms. There we go. Alright, he says 135, 175. Good evening, Miami Center, Bahamas Air 318, flight level 200.
Bahamas 318, Miami Center for 5173.
5173 in the box, Bahamas Air 318. Alright, 5173. Okay, there we go. And we're at cruise. Everything is looking good. Getting out of those clouds there. Okay, Miami ATIS is 19150.
November 71 Charlie Hotel, flight number 180.
So,
Number 71 Charlie Hotel, Miami Center for 4753.
119.
4753, 71 Charlie Hotel.
Bahama 318, Rudder contact 72 miles southeast of the Miami Airport. Level 200.
Maintain flight level 200, Bahamas Air 318.
Define altitude.
Command Air, Envoy 3624, ready to taxi with the... Envoy 3624, runway 9, taxi via Alpha.
Okay, Juliet.
018.
1018, runway 10, taxi via Alpha, Envoy 3624.
Number 71 Charlie Hotel, Rudder contact 27 west of the Nassau VR. Maintain level 180.
71 Charlie Hotel.
71 Charlie Hotel, aircraft type experimental, or your turbojet or turboprop?
Oh, we are turboprop evolution.
Copy that. Number 71 Charlie Hotel, I'll have a reroute for you if I turn copy.
Okay, 71 Charlie Hotel is ready to copy.
Number 71 Charlie Hotel, cleared the Miami Airport, present position, direct Junior, Juliet uniform, November uniform, Romeo, for the Bowie, equal run.
Okay, direct present position to Junior. And what was the arrival, sir?
All right.
Bowie to arrival, Foxtrot, Oscar, Whiskey, Echo.
So, we definitely, we're looking at the RNAV. We got the localizer set up, so let's get that in there now, so that we're not behind the power curve.
Bahama 318, clear direct Junior.
Clear direct Juno, Bahamas Air 318. Alright, so we've been cleared direct to Junior, which is 10. So enter that. That's why you always want to keep that there. So we're going to make a nice little right turn now. And we've got Junior in 74.1 miles, so he gave us a little bit of a shortcut there. In the meantime, while the bird is turning, let's look at our localizer information for 8 left. It's 1093.092, so let's get 1093 in there. Alright, so ILS 1 and 2, we've got 1093 in there. 1093, and approach course is 092, so I'll show you guys how to do that. If you don't remember, you're going to come here, you're going to hold this format button down until it gets into a pre-screen, so just hold it. Boom, there's the ILS, we've got 1093, and then we need a heading, I believe it was 92. So then we're going to come here into the course. And we've got 1093, 92, 1093, 92, all plugged in and good to go. So then you just come back here to the format button, you click it, and hold, and there you go. And if you ever wanted to get into the flight plan mode, you would just touch the format button once, and see now you're in the flight plan mode. But that's not what we need, so we'll just click it one more, and we're back to what we need to see here. So we are doing good. And the last thing we need is our minimums, and minimums look to be 440 MDA.
Bahama 318 cross Junior 12000, the Miami altimeter 3023.
3023 cross Junior at 12000, Bahamas Air 318. Alright, so now here's what we're going to do with Junior. Let me show you guys how to use the VNAV. So we're going to go to flight plan. We're going to find Junior.
Runway 9er, let's take it.
Alright, departure flight heading 350, climbing 2000. Please take on runway 9er on board 36.
Okay, here's Junior. He says he wants that at 12000. We're going to enter 12,000. And then now we're going to go into the VNAV. Juner's it. We're gonna select this for 18. Negative 1,800 feet on the vertical speed, and we've got a top of descent in 5 minutes, and that'll have us crossing Juner at 12,000, and that's how you use the VNAV in this bad boy. That's how you use the VNAV. So now you can see our top of descent is now on there because he gave it to us, which will give us 12,000 at Juner at 1,800 feet per minute pitching down. So now what you want to do is you want to set the altitude to the correct altitude, which would be 12,000. And then you're going to want to hit altitude select, and then you also want to hit the VNAV. And right now, Flight Director will inhibit the VNAV. This will disappear here in a second because we need to wait for the magenta indicator of the VNAV to be active. So it'll become active when this is about 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes close to our top of descent, and then we'll VNAV on down, guys. Okay, let's get back here to setting our decision height. Gotta stay still for this thing, man. Oops. Okay, I believe it was 440 on the decision height. 440. Bam. So we're good to go. Let's talk about the missed approach. Okay, we're in Perryboy Lycee to runway 8 left. If we do, we're going to basically be out to the left here, heading, so we're going to come out, turn to a heading of 270, which is directly back to the west. And then looks like we pick up this radial here at 335 outbound to Barbara. Okay. So left turn 3000, heading 27 outbound. What I tell you? It's outbound radial 335, so it's outbound from this Dolphin VOR. And we're going to climb up to 3,000 to Barbara and hold, and it is a right hold. So we'll come in, do a parallel, come back around, bam. So far we're doing good here, you guys. We are doing good, man. Alright, let me check you guys out here in the Chizat. Okay, everybody's behaving. Everybody's doing what they need to do, man. That's what's up. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was going to do this flight at night, but my X-plane is still X-plane 12 decimal 7 or 07, and the night lighting is not where I want it to be just yet. These blue nav datas, we can also get that off.
That's 1443, the Meyer Space Exchange approved to replay.
Okay, there we go.
Appreciate the service. Southwest 1443, Merry Christmas.
Marcus, I'll see you, Jay.
Okay, guys, you see this? Now the vertical navigation indicators here. Now we'll be able to arm the VNAV. So you won't get the inhibit now. You'll get the VNAV next to the alt select. And this aircraft functions much like many GA aircraft, where you do set a target altitude, but then you have to hit altitude selected to stop at the target altitude, or she'll keep descending. So that's very important that you put that on this aircraft here.
Southwest 1851, expect the visual for runway 6 for Myers, altimeter 3029er. Southwest 1851, expect the visual for runway 6, altimeter 3029er.
Alright, 3029er, and we'll expect the ILS for room 6 for Southwest 1861.
Well, I'm thinking this, well, that's the international. Okay, we should be pulling up here. So like D60 Golf, and that's the remote commuter, so that's the side that we should be going on, and this is runway 8, right? So it's here on the field. now if we take a look at where we need to be, we're coming 8 left, and we're going to be parking at these gates over here. So something like that, no big deal. Oh, G6 in Miami. Okay, thank you, Corey or Cole. The only thing is, they probably are flying jets in there. Here's G6. Does the ATR park there as well, Cole? Because if not, then we'll go to G6. Okay, you can see now we're getting the vertical navigation activating, so we're starting our descent, so we'll pull our power back a little bit.
Up to 270, American Century.
To adjust to customs at our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and complete these forms and keep them with you.
Okay, roger that. G6 it is, my G. Okay, we're almost going to get here. That altimeter 3023. Let's check that again just to be on the safe side
Sign is now on.
as we make our way down. Let's check the METAR just for our own sake here. It's 3024 now. Glad we checked. Get this stuff on for you guys early, man. Oops. Okay, it's on for you guys early, which is good.
American 632. The wind 03011, gusting 21, runway 9, little end.
Okay, so there's that. There's G6. Let's get a look at that again.
18, expect Dallas, runway 9, approach, altimeter 3024.
Altimeter 3024, expecting ILS 9er approach for Bahamas Air 318.
So that's 1861, descend and maintain 6,000.
Down to 6,000 for Southwest 1861.
So once we get direct to Lumley, we'll switch it over to runway 9 on the ILS. But what do we got to do now, guys? We got to fix up the ILS information we just put in. So now we are going to get rid of this guy here, and we're going to come here. That's why you can't panic, man. Approach, he's giving us 9. We got plenty of time here. 10-9 is the frequency, so let's get that in here. Okay, so 110.9, and look, the heading is still the same, 92. 110.9, 92, cool. So we got 110.9, and then we'll need 92. Let's check our speeds here. And let's hold format down. 110.9, 92, cool. Okay, on this turn, Cages is in the house.
Onboard 3624, descend via the Sandbar 3, arrival, Miami land east, altimeter 3024.
Landing east, descend via the Sandbar 3, arrival 3024. I'm onboard 3624.
Then we're going to be direct to Lovely, because once we make the turn, we got to get on. We got to get to work pretty quick. Okay guys, we're going to be stopping here at 12,000. And then after that I'll turn the VNAV path up because the rest of the descent is going to be based off of him. We'll keep the anti-icing on here just in case. Okay, now we're making our turn. And you can see VNAV path went off nicely. And once we balance out on our turn here and get stable, so we've got 27 miles there. That'll be plenty of time to get our logic situated. Okay, we look pretty good to go to the heading mode quickly.
Radio check.
Loud and clear.
Okay, let's pick that speed back up a little bit.
Miami Center, Pacifica 371.
Speed is picking up. Let's go flight plan. Let's go menu. Arrive. And we want to change this to 3.
Sorry, Fort Lauderdale.
Enter.
It's been a long day for me.
Okay, we said that. Enter that.
I sent you a PDC.
2.
321, let me know when you're ready to.
And we said ILS 9.
Taxi instructions, sir.
And we'll select this transition. No big deal. Let's go back direct to Lovely.
210 right. Pacifica 371.
And then we can go right back
Almost 318, this is going to maintain 8,000.
down to 8,000, Bahamas Air 318.
Consider this is November 71 Charlie Hotel. We're going to be vacating flight level 180 down to 12,000 in Junior.
Roger, thanks.
Okay, we're down to 8,000.
Southern Safety 51, this is going to maintain 3,000. Let me know when you have Fort Myers in sight.
3,000, and we'll let you know
Okay.
when Fort Myers in sight for
Look at the
Southwest.
flight plan here. Lovely, DHP, no link, which is cool. So let's delete that. Leg. And
Almost 318, depart Lovely, heading 280, Victor to final.
depart Lovely, heading 280, Bahamas Air 318. Alright, let's get the landing lights on. Let's get the 280 heading in there. A lot going on here, my peeps. Okay, we're at 10,000, 3024, 280's on the heading. We'll depart Lovely at that.
Number 7 Charlie Hotel, quick the RNAV, runway 8 left approach, altimeter 3024.
3024, we're going to request RNAV runway 8 right, since it's just next to the GA.
You mean the other way around? 8 left is next to GA?
I'm sorry, you're correct, 8 left. 7 more Charlie Hotel.
Okay, here's runway 9 and here's G Concourse. So that's 12. So that's going to be nice. There's G Concourse right there. Cool. I like it. I like it, mates.
Okay. 371, ready to go, 10 right at Fort Lauderdale.
Pacifica 371, RNAV to elbow, runway 10 left, clear for takeoff, wind 040.
Alright, you guys, we are doing good.
Takeoff 10 right and RNAV to what waypoint, sir?
RNAV to elbow.
RNAV to elbow, Pacifica 371, clear for takeoff 10 right.
Miami Center, American 632 is clear of 09, taxi to gates, next to the APCC.
Pull that power back a little bit.
Miami Center, United 7101, and we have Kilo and ready to push back at taxi.
I saved myself on that. I had forgot to hit that altitude select, but because I was monitoring the aircraft, we still got her stopped right where we needed to be, right at 8,000, so that's a good thing.
Envoy 3624, expect the ILS runway 9 approach, altimeter 3024.
ILS runway 9 approach, 3024.
Okay, so we're almost to Lovely, then we'll be on the heading of 280. We've got Lovely in 5.7 miles, guys. altimeters are set. Approach briefing is done. Cabin altitude controls are good. Ice protection is required.
Pacifica 371, radar contact the altitude path.
Let's pick up the speed a little bit here.
Pacifica 371, 1.1 for 4.
Pacifica 371, thanks for maintain 16,000.
16,000 now, Pacifica 371.
And let's look also. Okay, the mist here is going to be right direct to the VKZ Virginia Key. Right turn to 3000, direct VKV VOR 3000. And yep, it's going to be a left pattern there. Okay, we got 1.2 nautical miles.
318.
Starting our turn now.
So that's 3747, leaving my airspace if you change the roof so long.
Over 228, Southwest 3747. Thank you all your help. Good evening.
American 2280, descend via the coastal 1 arrival, Miami lands east, altimeter 3024.
Everybody, coastal 1 arrival.
Okay guys, you can clearly see we're off on our heading there. Landing lights are on. Once we get a little lower, like below the cloud layer there, we'll go ahead and turn the anti-icing off. Let's go ahead and keep speeds reasonable there for now. Vegas says, I hope ED announce Super Hornet in a couple years. Yeah, roger that, man. We could use that in our life. Cages.
Almost 318, reduce speed to 210, then descend and maintain 5,000.
Speed down to 210, then down to 5,000, Bahamas Air 318. Let's pull that power back.
Pacifica 371, climb maintain level 370.
370 now for Pacifica 371.
Altitude select. Vertical speed.
Runway 3624 at leg, cleared islet, runway 9 approach, leg at 4,000.
Leg at 4,000, at leg cleared islet, runway 9 approach, runway 3624.
Okay, we are on our way down. Let's take a look at what's 5,000 here. Okay, leg is even 4,000, so he's probably going to put us on the downwind even further out than leg. Starting to pick up the ILS information. Of course, we would be above the glide slope since we're at 7,000. So there, we still might be in some cloud coverage. We're getting a little bit of turbulence here. A little bit of instability in the airflow. Where not having auto throttles kind of makes you work for it in this choppy situations here, man. Okay, once we get to 5,000, we'll let it do its thing, and then I will 100% set it for Maybe like 3,000 or 4,000. I'm assuming that's the next he's going to give us. Ooh, she's bouncing around good. That's why we kept the seatbelt signs on, my G's. Yep, we're going to keep the anti-icing on now. We're still going to keep it on. Be that speed.
Number 7, Charlie Hotel is going to maintain 8,000, depart Lovely heading to 80, back to the final.
8,000, Lovely heading 280, Silver Charlie Hotel.
Bahamas 318 is going to maintain 3,000.
Down to 3,000, Bahamas Air 318.
Number 3624, maintain 170 knots or greater to in
170 knots or greater to this, Boy 3624.
Bahamas 318, reduce speed 180, correction, 170, then altitude.
170, then altitude, Bahamas Air 318.
Bahamas Air 318, turn right heading 360, back to the final.
360 for vectors, Bahamas Air 318.
Bahamas 318, you're 7 miles from grid, turn right heading 060, maintain 3,000 to establish left the ILS runway 9 approach.
Okay, we'll maintain 3,000 left 060 till established on ILS 9 approach, Bahamas Air 318.
Verify that's a right turn heading 060.
Verifying right turn heading 060, Bahamas 318.
Boy 3624, runway 9er, Throttle land, wind 040 at 6.
Okay, localizer is all set up. Let's get that speed up a little bit. Okay, we're under that weather, so let's get the anti-icing off. Reference speed off, and we'll put that to normal. We got to get our auxiliary tanks on, and we're waiting to pick up that ILS now. Just waiting to pick up this ILS here.
Miami United 7101, holding point 5, ready for taxi. United 7101, runway 8 right, taxi via Mike. 8 right via Mark. Mike, United 7101. Number 217, Papa Golf, Miami Center, ident.
Okay guys, landing lights are on. Let's go approach. Altimeters are set. Lights are on. GPS flap is set to 15. Fuel transfer is off. Hydraulic tanks plumbing 1 and 2 are on. Standby hydraulic pressure and PTO controller on.
Center 318, number 2 behind an A175 on a 5-mile final, runway 9 clear to land.
Runway 9 are clear to land. Number 2, we'll look out for traffic. Bahamas Air 318. Alright, passenger signs are on. Caution lights have been checked. Cabin is secured. Landing, boom, boom, boom. Okay, we'll check all that. Just waiting to pick up the ILS here, keeping a decent speed. Once we get on the ILS, we'll get our power all the way up. And, okay, here we go. I'm not seeing us pick up the localizer, so we're just going to do what we do. Alright, so for whatever reason she didn't pick up the localizer. This has always been a problem in X-Plane. Okay guys, power's coming all the way up. Okay, look, localizer is captured now, so I'm glad I helped it out or we would have been in trouble. Localizer is captured. And so is the glide slope.
5,000, what's your hotel?
Alright, first stage of flaps coming out. Add some drag on. Runways in sight. Missed approaches, 3,000. We can save it there. Power's pulled all the way out. And of course, now we need to get the bleeds into the minimum. Landing gear's on the way down. Okay, flap stin has been selected. Autopilot's off, my aircraft.
Runway 3624, welcome to Miami, left when able. Join Whiskey, hold short, runway 12.
Left one able, join Whiskey, hold short, runway 12, I'm with your 624.
Okay, landing gear, flaps, condition levers, bleeds, and good to go. We'll hit next stage of flaps here soon. Okay, we're a little low. Just get that nose up, keep that threshold where we need to see it. We got a little low there. And let's go landing flaps now.
Number 7 Charlie Hotel, descend and maintain 2,000.
2007, what's your hotel?
Envoy 3624, cross runway 12 at Whiskey, and you can join Whiskey Papa to the rim.
Alright, runway 12 at Whiskey, and the Whiskey Papa to the rim.
Okay, if you notice, we got winds right off the front of our nose there. So we're doing a little bit of a crab. But we'll need to hit some right rudder once we get close to that first wheel down. We'll do right rudder.
Number 217 Papa Golf, clear direct Momo.
There is Momo with 217 Papa Golf.
500.
Two white, two red. Landing, continue.
To confirm, runway 9, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 9, Bahamas Air 318. Back to two white, two red, looking good. Throwing a little bit of power. These wind gusts are affecting our
100.
check.
$50, $40, $30, $20, $10, $9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
10. 9,
7101, RNF to Baller, runway 8, right, clip takeoff, 1040 at 6.
Okay, we're on T3.
Clear for takeoff, 8 right.
Spoilers down.
Baller, United
Gentlemen,
7101.
welcome to Miami. The local time is 12:22 p.m. and it's
Flaps
currently
up.
about 74 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead.
Number 71 Charlie Hotel, turn right heading 060, report Miami in sight.
060, we'll report to for site 71 Charlie Hotel.
Miami Center, Bahamas Air 318, clear runway 9 on Tango 3, holding short Tango, looking for stand Golf 6.
Bahamas 318, right on Tango, hold short runway 12.
Right on Tango, hold short 12, Bahamas Air 318.
Miami Center 71 Charlie Hotel has a field design.
Number 71 Charlie Hotel, on that heading, clear for the visual approach, runway.
Hey guys, APU is on.
Clear for the visual 8 left 71 Charlie Hotel.
See, taxi light is still on. Landing light should be off. Bus is tied. A lot of busy work here. Okay, we'll be holding short at runway 12. Bleeds are off. And now we got the APU bleed on. Keep the passengers comfortable, man. Appreciate you, Jade and Cages and Captain Smoke. And Kit Stahlberg is in the house, man.
Number 217 Papa Golf Cross Momo at 10,000. The providers of
Okay, here's
3029.
where we hold short. And I'll check you guys out in the comments. I'm sure I didn't get everybody in there, so I appreciate you guys responding. Let's see, here's Concourse G. And G6 is the most inner one, so that's pretty easy. So we're in right here, so we'll take Tango and come on in. Let's golf. At Miami Center, Bahamas Air 318 on Tango, holding short, runway 12.
Bahamas 318 cross runway 12 at Tango Papa on the other side, good day.
Okay, cross runway 12, Tango Papa to the other side. You have a good day as well for Bahamas Air 318. Thanks for ATC. All right. Got somebody else landing over there, so we'll see if old Green. I wonder if this aircraft. Okay, looks clear. Okay, that's Green coming in.
Yeah, it's 1701, 2101, Rudder contact, plan maintain, level 350, continue to come to the executive. Maintain flight level 350, 7101, thank you. Pacifica 371, Lee Myers, change approach so long.
Order 122.8, Pacifica 371, thank you for the ATC, have a wonderful night.
Number 217 Papa Golf, Miami Center is closing for interchange approved, good day.
Okay.
Have a great evening, Miami Center. It's always a pleasure.
See you guys, have a good night, everybody. Take care, bud.
Okay, I see where it's at. Papa was just a different way, and the chart had me off a little bit, mates. Well, at least we had ATC on our first ride here. We probably won't have it on the second one. Honestly speaking, that United aircraft kind of looks like he's in our Bizot. So we'll take this next one right here. Taxi light is off. Parking brake is set. Props are coming back. Red beacon is on. Okay, off, off, off. That's a good thing. Boom. Got bleeds going on here. Alright, you guys. Man. Gonna bring that down. PCAS is off. Red beacon is off. APU is all connected, y'all. So we are good to go there, fam bammers. Think we can get some música on, get ready for the replays, man. Unfortunately, we weren't able to catch green light on his landing because it was so close, and we had to keep it moving. But you guys know my man handled that like a professional. Let's get me off the camera, guys, and let's get the overlay off and get ready for a nice little replay. Let's go outside real quick and see how we did, my G's. Appreciate you, everybody, for saying great landing. I guess in this world they would connect that, but I doubt it. Anyway, nonetheless, man. So appreciate everybody, man. Jay, thanks for joining the stream. Cole, man, thanks for letting me know what gate is up. Cage was in the house. Appreciate all of you guys. It's awesome commentary with regards to the landing, man. We got one more to do, guys. Stay tuned. We're gonna do the replay, and so it's like an offset of like 12 because it said -60, but we got -72. Either way, we're in there. Well, sorry, airline doesn't have drinks. All right, so we'll discard that. I never worry about that, my G's. Roger that, Jay. Roger that, homie. All right, y'all. Let's get right into the replay. Let us get off the network there. And let's ride this thing back, y'all. And gotta get it in. Tower view looked like it was blocked, my G's. That's unacceptable. Trying to get her right down in that touchdown zone. There she goes. Over. Trying to get a little correction there to keep center line. Oh, not even that view is working for us. Yeah, it's a bummer when we get these views, man, that don't quite work for you, G. Alright. Let's do a wing replay. And get ready for that action. Okay, roger that, green. Alright, guys. Try to enjoy this very also rainy and wet replay while I get the next flight plan ready to go for Key West, y'all. So we'll finish this replay up, get on the ground. We'll go right into the Be Right Back screen. I'll reload X-Plane, and we'll get ready to bounce to Key West. Thanks for riding along with your boy. Absolutely 100% good to see you, retired firefighter, man. Thanks for checking in. Hope you are doing well, my G. Just getting the flight plan ready, guys. We're going to get on the ground here and put you back in the Be Right Back screen, and we will reload X-Plane so we can make our way down to the Florida Keys. Thanks for riding along with your boy. Happy Tuesday. Alright. We have returned to the same gate. Here, it's actually Golf 8 since Golf 6 was taken up. We've got our flight plan filed, and y'all, we are ready to get to our final destination of the evening, which is Key West, Florida. Let's jump on board, guys. See what we got crack-a-lackin'. Alright, we are 100% back on board here. The throttles are in the idle position. Fuel is in the fuel cutoff position for engines 1 and 2. Gust lock is up. Parking brake is set. The trims tab is looking good there for ourselves, and we are cold and dark. And we can most certainly now connect that GPU. Okay, GPU is good and connected. Oops. Get some power on first. Bus is tied. External power is on. Let's go with our position lights. And our logo. Let's arm the emergency lights there. And everything else up top now looks good. You guys should be pros at this by now. Hey guys, we're going to start our screens. We'll start with the center screen here, which is down in the middle. Take the knob and rotate it to the right. You've got the indicating screen coming up. Primary flight display for the captain is coming on. And we can most certainly come here to this side and do the same thing. Alright, so we've got all of our screens coming on. They're being initialized, of course. And let's get this CDU on and get that one on as well. Let's make sure we get something showing up. So they'll all start running their process. These screens here are getting ready to be GOOD, primary flight display, and then of course our multi-function display. And there's our engine display. That's looking good. Now down to the radio stack. Bada bing, bada boom. It's going to run its tests. It's very quick. Nothing fast or fancy at all. And we get that on both, y'all. Alright, we're about to get ready to load this bad boy. Okay, and then finally, of course, down here. So let's fast forward over here. And bada bing, we're just going to get this to the on position. While that's happening, let's get the CDUs all accepted here. And let's switch this back over to the comm of the UNA, as well as let's get that back up there, since now we have boom boom room settings, mates. And we'll just get the boom boom ROM in just in case the green light wants to talk about it, man. Alright, let's get into the load here. Kind of a similar load as the last time, and I completely let it do its own loading. But because of the aircraft center of gravity and all that, it's pretty standard. The max would be like 60 packs, which is basically what it is. So let's get right into the flight plan here, folks. We're going to be cruising at 18,000 feet. This is a wee bit of a shorter flight, by 7-8 minutes. So this is 39 minutes of flying time down to Key West. And we'll be running 60 packs again here. So let's rock out and get this plane all together. Fuel is 5,204 pounds, so 5204 is what we're looking for. Cargo, they got us booked in at 3,300 pounds. And as we said, flight is not 2 hours and 30 minutes. However, flight is, in fact, 39 minutos, man. Alright, now look at this here. This is the problem sometimes. The center of gravity is off. So sometimes one way to counteract that is to just simply come up here and add another 3,400 pounds or another 100 pounds. And that didn't work either. So let's add a little bit more fuel that we don't need. So let's go with 5,700 pounds of fuel. And the center of gravity is still not looking good there. Let's see here. Let's go 3,300 like it asked. More outward. Let's see if we add a passenger or two. Okay, we might need to add, let's see, 64 packs. Okay, we're just in the limitations there. So now we are totally in the limitations there. Center gravity is on the aft end of the plane. Let's see now if we put the... Well, actually, we probably want to at least keep 5,500 pounds of fuel in there. Okay, everything's still looking good, so we're going to run with 5,500 pounds of fuel and 64 packs. So we'll just assume that we had a few more, but we gotta watch out for the center of gravity because you want it to be within the limitations there. So confirming 64 packs, 3,300 pounds of total cargo. Total fuel is 5,500 pounds, and we are looking good there. Let's go to the load summary. Let's confirm that load and 100% start the loading. And you know what? We'll just stop the song right here. And we'll make that a song for when we arrive, because you guys know what time it is, man. It's time to get this cracking here, man. Start flight. Key West, 18,000. That looks good. Boom. Bam. Even though it's got that, I doubt. Let's put the accurate amount of pasajeros in there, man. Alright, let's roll with 7. There we go. Captain Smoke said, should all do some seaplanes to a private island resort somewhere. Hey man, that would be dope, Captain Smoke, for real, for real. Okay guys, we got the plane all loading up here. Of course, as we get more on board here, this weight will obviously go up because they're obviously loading and fueling the plane, so we'll make sure all that definitely gets taken care of. Okay, 64, 33. Okay, so we did ask for 55. Okay, cool. Okay, that's the load summary. Okay, we can get back to the status. And you can see now the fuel is going up. That's what we want, man. Okay, guys, we're going to be out of here on runway... let's see where we're at, first of all. FPS just on the border of where I like it. Okay, airport information is what we need here. You know, I think I'm still going to depart runway 9 for sure. It's just going to be an easier all-out taxi. We'll get the METAR one more time here right now, but I think runway 9 is definitely what I want to depart out of, and we are on the mainer.
At this time, please be sure to make sure all large carry-on items are in the overhead bins and your small items are...
We're on the mainer 1, folks.
If you have any trouble or need any assistance, please don't hesitate to let a flight attendant know, and we would be happy to help.
Climb heading 092, intercept course 13, baller, then on track to 183 to Mike, then on track 192, and top altitude would be 5,000 if we had ATC, but we don't.
If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please review the exit seating responsibilities and the safety cards provided for you.
So the, you know, there is a possibility
if you're not, please let
that this aircraft would not be authorized for this departure. We can accelerate to 250. So let's just make sure that this isn't a turbojet departure only, because you do have to look out for that. I don't see it anywhere written on the chart. Let's see. Okay, here it is right here. Jet aircraft only. You guys see that? Jet aircraft only. So we cannot use this departure, guys. So stand by for the confirmation. Let's look at this Miami 9 departure here and see if we get down the mainer.
We're ready to go when you are.
Okay, roger that. Turboprops operate in a manner that will result in best forward speed. Okay, so this is for turboprops.
Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane
And
mode
there's
and
Maynard.
the devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten
So
your
off
seatbelt and make sure
of,
that all tray
let's look
tables,
for the
and seat
narrative,
fasteners will upright
if
and
we
lock
can.
position for departure.
Might
Cabin
not be
crew,
one. Here it
prepare
is.
cabin for departure.
Initial climb, sign heading, radar vectors to assign transition, jets climb and maintain 5,000, props and turboprops climb and maintain 3,000, expect filed. So there you go. So that's one thing you guys got to pay attention to on your charts. So we're going to depart out to the east. So we'll be busting a right turn to Maynard. So we'll basically take off and fly runway heading. So we know it'll be a right turn direct to Maynard. Then the rest could remain unchanged for our flight. So I do like that, folks. Let's look at Key West really quick, and then once we are satisfied with our Key West approach, we'll get it going. Key West, I believe, I haven't flown in there for at least 4 or 5 months, but runway 9 is usually what we're going to be looking for. So let's get the METARs right now, since we do not have A to the T to the C. Just glad we had pretty good ATC on the first flight, so that was enjoyable. And especially flying into a big airport where there are a lot of users flying into that destination, it does help to have, even in this network, it's not actually the real world volume of aircraft, but it most certainly can get kind of hectic if people aren't communicating with each other. So it makes it easier when ATC is with us. Okay, winds down then Key West. Ooh, winds are out of the north, 12 gusting 21 knots. So that runway 9 is definitely on our mind. And let's look for the approach. Okay, we've got an RNAV in here. Hopefully visibility. Let's see, Key West, boom, boom. Yeah, visibility is looking good there. Okay, see, Goosell is our actual waypoint after Maynard, which is Goosell, but we are going to go direct to, let's see, 23, maybe this strap, because we're kind of coming from this direction. We're going to be coming from the northeast, headed southwest, so perhaps this strap may be something that we want to use in order to transition to our initial approach fix of Chet's. Guys, it's time to go to work. We got what we need, and we need what we got. So Miami out of here. We're not going to do a departure because we actually, I lied about that. We most certainly, indubitably are going to do a departure, which is the Miami 9 off of runway 9. And we're going to look for, there's the Maynard, Clouder, Hurricane, faults, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so it's not even giving us this departure here. Let's see the name of this. See, it's called the Mia 9. And unless I'm crazy, man, I don't see it here. Alright, so what that means is we go right back to the flight plan and we get down and dirty with it. So we know we're going to fly runway heading, and then we're just going to put in Maynard. Enter that. That's 59 miles. That looks good. And then it was supposed to be direct to Goosell, but we're not going to do that. So let's put Key West in here now. Who knew? Who knew we were going to be, so we'll do 2. Doing runway 9 on the departure and runway 9 on the arrival. Okay, as we said, we like strap. So let's strap up. Hardy har har, right? Okay, Maynard, no link. Let's go ahead and get rid of this discontinuity. Let's look at what we got, folks. Boom, boom, boom. 59, 55, 23. So it's a very short ride. And we most certainly, since we're going to have a continuous flight plan here, let's look and see what our Chets is supposed to be at. Okay, looks like Chets can be at 3,000. Okay. And then we got Atna at 1,500, then Busby. So plenty of time to descend down to 1,500. So let's do 3. Or actually, Strap. This has got this. I was looking at Sting coming in at 3, but Strap, you can come in at 15. There's a 5-mile distance here, so yeah, I think we can, you know, let's rock 2,500 at Chet's. How about that? And we'll rock 1,500. Give us plenty of time to get down at Antna. Look, it's actually got this in here twice. So let's delete this one, and that's why it was kind of giving us a hard time on altering that. So let's pick this guy here. And we're going to also say 1,500 as well, because we can. No need not to. And then the runway touchdown elevation, is it 38? Or is it 3? Because this is an RNAV. So you can bring it all the way down, because we're going to need to rely on that on the VNAV. That's 2,500. That is looking good. And we've got a nice synced up flight plan. So again, we're going to depart out to the east, right turn to the southwest, on down into the Florida Keys for our final run today. 3,300 pounds. Let's double check our takeoff fuel. 5,500 pounds. Let's see, pack 64. And takeoff cargo. We still got some cargo being loaded back here. So, but if we look at the load data, yeah, we asked for 3,300 pounds. We got the fuels already in there at 5,500. So let's rock that out. 55 hundo. 33, and let's get right into our flight plan briefing here, so we can get our final reserve. The trip 15, the alternate is 1252. We're going to be slightly over the fuel reserves because I added some fuel in there. So and the final reserves is 1457. Going to enter that. That gives us 2709, which is correct. And let's see, we added 300 pounds of fuel, so really the extra fuel that we have on board is 52. We did 55, so that's 300 minus 4, so it'd be 296 extra fuel. And that'll change our, well, that's still good. I didn't like that. It did not like that, man. Okay, so let's just stick with what we had before, and we'll leave the, we know we've got about 300 pounds of extra fuel, so we won't trip if something goes on where we need to do some type of additional flying because of weather or something. So we're satisfied with that. Let's come here to the flight plan, folks. You guys know what we need to do. It's all empty, but we need to cross-fill it. Go ahead and cross-fill this bad boy. Then don't forget, it's not going to show the full situation there until you come here, menu. All you got to do is click on arrive, go back to the flight plan. Now it's all going to look nice and good. And it still has that in. I don't know why that would still be in there. Okay, because that's the mist, so that's supposed to be in there, so that was on me. Fuel, same thing, guys. Menu, cross-fill from Flight Management System 1. There it is. And let's get right onto the nav. And of course here, flight plan, we're going to get right onto the direct 2 because that's where we're going to go direct to Manor. Of course, we are going to fly out on a heading of 92. And let's get the nav source where it should be, FMS1. Okay, FMS1. That is good to go. So we're going to fly out on a heading, but we're still going to do our standard climb up. We're going to 18,000 feet for this leg. By the time we get up, it'll be time to come down. So 18,000 feet. Don't forget altitude select. Vertical speed. We're going to do a 2,200 feet per minute climb out. Flight director is active. Let us come back and just re-verify what the altimeter was, it being 3023. Let's get this on the standby as well. 3023, gear is down. Let's get our GPWS landing flap there. Winds are gusting over there, so we definitely will not be landing full flaps. Let's go ahead and arm our anti-skid, which you guys know was part of the situation. Let's get this flight into taxi. Let's turn the steering on here. We still have the gust lock up and everything else is looking good. Now we need to come down here and switch this over because we're going to be flying an IFR route. And outside of that, folks, I think we are good to get our better pushback. Crack-a-lacked here. Let's see, we'll trust it to give us a nice little turn here. Hopefully it likes the Dash 8 because some aircraft, better pushback, will start tripping. We'll enter that.
Cockpit plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Okay, copy that. Let us go ahead and get the APU going here. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get the red beacon on. Get the power on. Start the APU. Hey. We are looking good, man. Check you guys out in the chat. I know I've been heads down. My dude, what's cracking, Spawning, man? Good to see you, homie. Man, we about to get it in to Key West, man. Wish you were here, Spawning. Hopefully Green is still logged in and logged on. Alright, y'all. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to activate the bleeds, which will activate already so we can get some recirculation going on. And we are going to turn this off, and that'll automatically connect the generator. We'll leave the bus tied because we are using the generator. We do have the red beacon on. And we can now call better pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Tow's driving up, guys. So now we definitely need to get our fasten seatbelts on. Non-smoking. The emergency lights are armed, folks, already. Now, here's the thing. Landing elevation is going to be sea level again, but we will check it just because we are true professionals. And it's 3. So that's kind of a no-brainer. Let's come to the bottom now and go ahead and get our situation on there. Any station that's net mic check. Any station that's net microphone check. Yeah, roger that. Okay, this thing Green is not here, so it's pretty quiet. We're not going to worry about it. I'm not seeing anybody transmit, so that means we are good to go.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed.
Let's go ahead and get you guys the flight controls on. Alright, flight controls are on. And we got old boy outside connecting. Let's take a look at him. You can see he's in a little tug here. Okay, I'm loading in. Okay, roger that, Green.
And adapter in position. Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
Okay, we'll do so, but we don't want to rush it. There we go. Before start, let's run our checklist. Circuit breakers are checked and in. We turn the passenger signs on. Emergency lights are armed. And got you 4x5. How me? Anti-skid is on. Fuel transfer quantity. Let's go ahead and check our fuel stores now. 27 and 27. We're good to go because we had 55, but we're lower now because the APU's burning. So we're good to go. Brake pressure is good to go. Power levels are disconnected. The fuel is off on the condition levers. Takeoff data has been reviewed. And you can click here. You can either use this to set it, you know, so you can basically click this and run it, or you can just click here. And V rotate is 108, which makes sense because we got about the same. I'm not hearing anybody. Alright, battery master, main aux, standby battery are on. Doors and fueling lights. Let's make sure they're out, but let's double check our doors. Hot mic. Door systems, all the doors are closed. Okay, APU bleed, we'll turn that off. And anti-collision is already on and will be cleared for start. Okay guys, so the red is on. Let's go ahead and get pushed back. Parking brake is totally off and we're already on Squawk Charlie. Okay, so we'll wait for the after start once we're done. And we should be good to go here. Pushback should be starting shortly. Let's get this off the doors
Starting
and go
pushback,
back to
and you may start engines.
all. And we're not going to start engines. We're just going to give green light a little bit more of an opportunity to get loaded in here. Okay, MCP is all set up. That's good to go. And we're going to be out of here, guys.
Please direct your complete attention to the flight attendants as they demonstrate the safety
Roger
of our
that.
aircraft.
Captain Smoke said he's over Orlando, right? And his C-17 from West Palm to Pittsburgh. Nice. Tell me how that flight goes, my G.
Insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as we experience unexpected
for start approve. That's all good.
Locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. Start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you, and place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and tighten the straps if necessary. And don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask and you can breathe normally. If you're traveling with children, now's the time to pick your favorite one, but secure your mask and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you.
Okay, just doing a once over the aircraft, everything looks good.
In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tight. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red
believe
cord
we do
only
have
next
the
to
steering is
aircraft.
on already.
If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the
Operation
mouthpiece
complete.
for manual
Set
inflation.
parking brake.
The vest is equipped with a whistle and a light if you need to.
Parking brake is set.
Connecting tow. Stand by.
Right side is
Make sure to
clear.
exit the aircraft as soon as possible and leave your belongings.
Calling out starting right
Please
engine.
securely stow all personal items. Make sure your
Recirculation's
seatbelts are
off,
fastened and
bleed is
seat
off
backs
according to
and safety
checklist.
belts are all in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking
Okay, we got
flight,
rotation.
and that includes vaping, tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is strictly prohibited.
The right
by
engine
law.
is coming
All
up.
of this information and more can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us.
So like I said, we'll be out to the east, right turn, direct Maynard. We got plenty of time to make that right turn.
Tow is disconnected
So
and
we're good there.
bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal
So
will
we'll
be
make
on
the right turn
We'll see you
to
next time,
roughly
and
about
have a great
220,
flight.
230. Okay, we're looking good up here. That start process has completed itself for engine number 2. Let's go ahead and start up the left engine. Looks like the weather took a turn for the better, so that is a good thing, my G-Eazies. Look at this guy over here. He's just standing ready for his duties. I like it. I like the dedication. Okay, anti-skid is up and on. GPSW is set. Takeoff information is set. Altimeter set 3023. We are going to be out to the east with a turn to the south. Alright folks. Prop areas look clear. We're going to come up on this bad boy. Alright, you can hear those props coming up. Okay, let's look for symmetry in our engine control panel here, our engine display panel. We're looking for symmetry, 2 on the torque, 770 on the RPM, 400 and 403. So we'll watch this ITT and make sure our temperatures pretty much stay symmetrical. We got good oil pressure here at 69 and 67, almost symmetrical, and the temps are similar, 39 and 33. So the right engine looks like it's running slightly less efficient than the left, but nonetheless very symmetrical as far as what we see on the engine display there. So that's good, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and remove the gust lock. We are also going to be paying attention to our hydraulic indicator panel here as we run through the flight controls check before we finish all checklist. We're going to go full up, full down, aileron left, and aileron right, and neutral, and rudder right, and rudder left, and toe brake, which will also check brake pressure once we get going. Flight controls is 100% checked. Now that that's done, the engines have had a time to spool up. Let's go ahead and turn the generator off, turn the power off. You can totally keep the bus on tide now, and everything's on minimum. Let's get the passengers comfortable. Bleed airs 1 and 2 are coming on with the recirculation fan. Our pitot standby 1 and 2 will be on. We're going to heat up the window because there is a little precipitation, and there we go. We have nothing else up here on the annunciator panel except our parking brake. Let's run through the checklist so we can get out of here, and then we'll look at our taxi. External power. That has been disconnected, obviously, because we're over here. So that's been disconnected. Main bus has been untied. Bleed airs 1 and 2 are on as required in the minimum position. Battery temps are good to go. Condition levers are where they need to be, all the way pushed up. Standby hydraulic pressure and PTU control can come on. That'll be here, and while we're at it, we'll do this and this and this auto feather because it is going to ask for it. Hydraulic pressure quantity is good. If we want to look again, once again, at hydraulic pressure and the quantity, 100% at the top. Pressures look good. The brake pressure looks good here for the park brake, which we already confirmed, and we're going to get the flap set to 5. We'll make sure we have it selected. Let's wait for it to indicate because we're here, and that is going to be a checklist item, and they're now indicating, so we're happy about that. Hydraulic number 3 isolation valve is good to go and open. Elevator had full travel. Isolation valve number 3 was good because this is what we checked on our display with the displays moving when we did our flight controls check. Flaps we did select to 5. Ice is not an issue. Rudder travel was normal. Steering switch is on. Windshield heat, pilot side window heat as required, we have it on. We'll get the flight taxi is already set to taxi, and that has to do with the spoiler. The radar, nav, and comm, we're getting ready to set that. So let's do that because last time it just said TARA. Let's go put it in auto. So TARA only, auto, looking good. And we can also get our weather system on here. Let's make sure we got that on appropriate. I'm happy with it. Primary flight display, MFD, and the engine display are all checked. I like them. Yaw damper, let's get it on. Now that we've got the engine started, yaw damper is 100% on. And let's get ready for the taxi checklist, my peeps. Taxi light, we'll get it on. Altimeters are already set. Flight instruments, we checked. Auxiliary tanks, pump 1 and 2 are on. Auto feathers on. Flaps are set and indicated. Trims 3, they're already set. Takeoff warning test, I still got to look for that one, but we'll assume it's good or else we'll get something. Condition levers are at the max. Pidots are already on. Ice protection is required. We're not doing it on takeoff. Caution and warning lights, nothing there. Flight clearances are reviewed. No ATC, and the cabin is 100% secure. So we are doing good, guys, and let's just get our taxi light on now. Taxi light's on. Again, no alerts. Red is on. Position and logo light are on. Passenger signs are set. Emergency is armed. Pressurization is good. APU is off. Bus is untied. And the air conditioning, recirculation, bleeds 1 and 2 are on in the minimum. We are good to go. Let's do our taxi briefing and get out of here. Okay, taxi briefing is going to be very, very simple. We're just going to do the opposite. Papa Tango, we're going to cross runway 12, of course, on Tango all the way down. We don't need the whole runway, so we're going to do Tango 4. And that should definitely give us enough of a runway. We don't need to do full length. We're not a huge cargo plane, so we'll do Tango 4, and that'll be it for our taxi. So Papa Tango, Tango 4. And Miami International Traffic, Bahamas Air 318 is a de Havilland Dash 8 Q400 pushback and started from gate Golf 6. Will be taxiing to runway 09 via Papa Tango, Tango 4 for departure out to the east with a turn to the south for Miami traffic. Alright, y'all, here we go. Taxi light is on. Let's go outside real quick and see how mean we look. Alright, y'all. Let's make it happen, Captain. Alright, y'all. Parking brakes is still set. Parking brakes off. Toe brakes, good pressure. And let's get this Florida Keys out of the way. Welcome aboard Bahamas Air Flight 318. Continues service to the Florida Keys for the final destination for today's service in Bahamas Air and the Dash 8 Q400. Looks like weather conditions are slightly better, mates. Now this is where the taxi got tricky. Okay, we're going to be off to the right to pick up Tango. Let's see if we get a little eye lead here. Okay, I see where Tango comes into play. Miami International Traffic, Bahamas Air 318 is now merged on the Tango. We'll be crossing runway 32 for continued taxi to runway 09 for departure out to the east with a turn to the south, Miami traffic.
We'll see you shortly.
Alright, let's just make sure we got to stay straight and that we don't have to make a turn. Yep, straight it is, because if we turn right, that looks like it's going on to a Sierra or something, so we'll continue our journey on straight up. There goes that little annoying rain, man. So we're departing in heading mode. We're going to make our next turn probably to 220, but we'll fly it on heading mode for a little bit. Okay, here's Tango 3. So we are doing intersection departure at Tango 4. No need for full runway. Could have probably did it at that last one.
515, sir.
There we go.
Thanks.
HD Simulation is in the house, man. What's good with you, HD? Good to see you, fam. HD, man, we still got to get us a flight in together, brother. Guys, guys, big up to HD, everybody. He is a content creator. So definitely putting some work out there. Here's Tango 5. Next one will be our turn there. So good to see you, HD, man. I'm sure you're doing a flight today. I just got to check it out. Sometimes I go to bed, HD flying. I wake up, HD's flying, man. That's my G. You guys can see like Cargo City over there.
Your traffic.
5x5.
Awesome, thanks. I couldn't hear you before.
You're welcome, don't worry. Miami traffic, Bahamas Air 318, now on Tango, entering runway 09 on Tango 4. Intersection departure, straight out to the east with a turn to the south. We'll call clear a runway. Entering runway time now. Okay, strobes are on. Final looks clear. Runway's clear. Gonna go straight out and make our turn. Berto, aka Berto's in the house, man. What is up, Berto? Good to see you, my G. Got a little choo-choo train over there, y'all. Alright, everybody, let's get it. Clock has started. Takeoff power set. Airspeed is alive. Little rudder play, 80 knots, looking for 108. V1 and rotate, folks. Little dip to the right. Positive rate, gears coming up. Miami traffic, Bahamas Air 318 is clear of runway 09, climbing out to the east. We'll call turn to the south, and that will be the last call for Miami traffic. Let's pitch down a little bit. Want to get that indicated airspeed right now so we can keep our pitch. And let's go with 900 climb mode. Flaps up and clean, gear is up. Right into the soup. We're just going to climb up a little bit more, a little bit above 4,000, and let's get our heading situated. Going to get the heading to about 220. And Miami traffic, Bahamas Air 318 now turning out to the south, departing the field and the pattern. Have a good day. We'll see you, Bahamas Air 318, last call.
Good flight.
Thank you, sir. You as well.
Thank you.
Most welcome. Woo-wee! It is coming down out there, Jack.
Miami traffic, this is November 71.
Look at that.
We are at the,
That's ridiculous.
Kilo. We'll be taxiing via Kilo for departure runway 8 left. Miami.
Miami traffic, American 1714. How do others hear me?
She is bumping around like crazy, y'all.
505. Thanks.
Okay, we got a nice intercept. Okay, we are at 8,300. We'll fly it up to 10,000 like we normally do. We're not scared of no weather, but she is bouncing around quite significantly here. A little breakthrough there. Everything here is looking good. Less than 1,000 to go to 10. Actually, we can get on the flight. We're on the flight directors perfectly right now. Might as well just hand it over. Just shy of 10, but we were right on that. And coming up right at 10,000 feet. Lights are off. Bleeds are coming to normal. Everything looks good. No alerts. No need for any anti-icing. And down there is confirmed the same.
This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page
Let's get that off.
with a small fee for internet access. We do offer
Roger that, Berto. Roger that and HD, man.
Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live streams and paid music library.
Okay, once we get on the line, all we got to do is hit the nav mode, and
Flight crew has turned off the fast
we're straight out. So we flew a nice hand-flown intercept course without ATC, because again, we were not permitted to fly the original departure that we had. Normally on this Miami 8 departure, you would fly the altitude and heading assigned by the ATC, which we didn't have that, so we did it ourselves. Flew out to the east with our turn to the south, and we are making big things happen. And you can see, guys, we are already going to be at 13,400, so she can climb on up. She just can't push up to 250 as quick as a turbojet could, so that's the reason why we 100% we're not authorized to do that departure. We got 51 miles to go. We're about to come here. Let's get rid of some of this data that we don't want or need. And here shortly, we're just going to get the navigation on, and we're going to be good to go here. Okay, it's time to activate the nav. LNAV is activated, and we are making our nice left turn to proceed on course. Okay, there's Maynard, then that'll be our right turn, more westbound.
This is November 71 Charlie Hotel, taking runway 8 left. We'll be climbing straight out to the east with a climbing right turn.
Gears up, flaps are up, indicating up the same. Let's run the after takeoff checklist, as late as it is, but we have to. Okay, landing gear is up, flaps up 0 degrees, climb power is set, bleed air is 1 and 2. On as required, and I know we'll be able to turn these off. We're going to learn to leave the standby hydraulic pressure and the PTU control on where they go, folks. Here's where we're going to say these are on normal, so that's why we did. We left those on normal. Here they are here. Tanks, auxiliary pumps 1 and 2, we just turned those off. Auto feather we turned off. Of course, engine temps and pressures look good. Let's look for symmetry and anything out of the normal. 66, 66, 900, 555, 69, 69, 84, and 84. Everything there is literally symmetrical. We like that, including the fuel flow. Ice protection is required, not needed. Cabin pressure, temp controls, we'll check that. And passenger sign, we're going to keep the passenger signs on all above. And everything's looking good here. Cabin altitude and pressurization is in the auto mode there. And look at that, we're at flight level 180. We're going to put it in the standard now. And we'll put that in the standard, so we'll climb up just a little bit, but of course it's going to change, not by much. Now that that's done, let's go ahead and bring ourselves into cruise power. And we're in cruise power, guys. Flight level 180.
Miami traffic, 71 Charlie Hotels off of runway 08 left. Last call, climbing to the south. See you.
Alright, we got green. Another guy said good flight. There we go. Alright, so green. He's on the way now, my G's. Alright, y'all. We got stable flight. And look at that view there. Beautiful. Beautimus. Beautimus. Let's get this window shade up. We'll walk the cabin here. Just taking the beautiful sight. We won't run any music until we get to the ground, because here in a second we're going to have to check our top of descent and get that, make sure that's calculated correctly. Just want to look at these Everglades down there. So there's plenty of crocodiles down there, that's for sure. For sure there's crocs down there. That's not even a question. Or gators, I should say. Look at that. Let's look down. Look at that. Alright, let us be responsible now, and let's check our VNAV. So we're going to come right over here, folks, to the VNAV. It's got jets at 2,500 feet. That's what we want. Let's put our information in. But we've got 11 minutes until we need to start our top of descent. 11 minutes, folks, and then we'll be all the way on our way down for the RNAV approach 09 into the Florida Keys, with the altimeter being 3020. Last check. We'll get that checked out here in a second. We'll brief ourselves on the chart here. Okay, so let's brief ourselves on the chart. We don't need this anymore. This is a thing of the past, man. You can see here, even on this chart, it's got us direct to Mainer, which is a good thing. Alright, so we're going to be on a southwest track from Strap to Chet's. At Chet's, we will turn basically due south to a heading of 183. And then after hitting that initial approach fix at Chet's, for 5 miles, we'll get Atnaw. We'll make a left turn to an eastern heading of 093 to line up for runway 09. Atnaw and Busby are both at 1500. Goosell is our missed approach, so it's pretty easy. We're going to continue off onto Goosell, and we see that it is a left pattern. Climb to 3000 direct to Burpee, and via 077 track to Goosell and hold. Now what we want to do is we want to make sure that our logic is correct, so we'll use this one just to make sure that got put in there. Atnaw, Busby, 1500, 1500. There's our runway. There's Boopy and Goosell, and of course here at 3000. I like it. I like it a lot, mate. Let us check our fuel flow. Fuel flow is good, 1260 parallel, or symmetrical, I should say. And you can see now the top of descent is right here on our multi-function display. Right after we make our right turn in 18.5 miles, we don't have much go, guys, and then we're going to be on our way down home skillets. For planning purposes, let's go ahead and take a look and see exactly how long this runway is in the Keys. It's a 5,076 foot runway, so we're going to need to be really useful. We're getting this bad boy slowed down. So if the winds permit us, we will land full flaps, but if not, we will not, and we'll bring it in particularly fine fashion. We got to hit the runway touchdown, or we're going to have to do a go around. Go around will be left traffic. So we'll go around the left traffic, and as you can see, even off here is left traffic. So we're going to go around left traffic, of course, and come all the way back around should we miss, and then try it again. It's going to be the situation here. Boom boom room check-in. Okay, I don't think he's there. Alright. No worries. It's a very short flight. Probably shouldn't be messing around in the boom boom room anyway, y'all. 13 minutes in. Flight is supposed to be 39 minutes. Let's go ahead and set up our top of descent information now. And what we're going to do, folks, we're going to just bring this down to 1500. And you're saying, why is that? Because we'll be VNAVing all the way down. We'll double check our VNAV and make sure what the next waypoint is. Altitude select. Now if I hit the VNAV, it's not going to like it, so we're not going to hit VNAV yet because I got to get the magenta indicator that we're in the parameters in order to accept the VNAV navigation. So we'll wait for that to happen and we'll click it, and of course that's going to be happening in 6 minutes, so we don't have far to go on that one, y'all. Alright, man. We're making the miracles happen. Alright. Okay, look at that, guys. There's our top of descent. And clearly, there's going to be the runway. Now, we're still way too far out to see it, but it is definitely over here. So we'll be on our way down here shortly. Fix something out there. I don't like this view. So let's come back slightly over a little bit and up. Maybe something like that. Let's save that.
Camera is safe.
Okay, that's a little better. Cool thing is we have no ILS information, no localizer or nothing like that to put in here because it is an RNAV approach. I'm so glad that the skies are cleared up, my G's. Looks like we might have some good weather for our arrival here, a little bit better than we did in Miami. Let's get the METAR one more time since we are about to start our descent.
From the entire flight crew, we once again thank you for traveling with us. We will begin our descent shortly and would like to remind you to place your seats in the upright position, stow your tray tables and surrender any trash to the flight attendants as they prepare the cabin for arrival. We would also like to remind you that your viewership is highly valuable to us and always appreciated. If you would like to increase your support of the channel, a donation link can be found in the video description, along with other ways to stay connected with the Dre Sanchez YouTube channel and this airline. We hope your flight has been pleasant and look forward to seeing you all for your future travel needs. See you on the ground.
Okay, we got 1 minute, 7 miles to go, y'all. Alright, I think I'm gonna need a slight drink of water, mates. And you can see the runway. I believe this is it right here. Actually, no, that wasn't it, because it should be off here. Oh, look, fun for us, a little cloud layer right here. Altimeter, guys, is boom, 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 3020. Key West traffic, Bahamas Air 318 is a de Havilland Dash, a Q400, now vacating flight level 180, descending down direct to Strap for a transition onto the RNAV 09, expecting full stop for Key West traffic. Roger that, man. We're gonna try HD. I need some of your flying skills. Send them this way. Send them this way, fam. Okay, keeping speed good here. We've got no reference to ice. We are all good to go. Okay, altimeters are set. Approach and landing briefing we've done. Cabin out controls are set. Ice protection is not required. Let's keep an eye on that speed, of course. And the last thing we need to find out is our decision height, which is 253. Okay, distance height 250. We'll leave it right there. We're looking good on the speed. If we were below this cloud layer, we'd be okay to go. But we've got a little bit more to go, so we're not tripping. Let's double check that on our VNav, it's got the next waypoint of Antnaw at 1500, and it does. And then we have runway 3, so there you go. So once we get a little bit closer to the initial approach fix, I'll go ahead and activate the approach mode. And we will set the VNAV for the minimums. Because if we don't see anything at the minimums, we're done. So even though we've got the runway elevation set to what it is, which is 3 feet, we're going to set the bottom altitude once we get past Busby. We're going to make sure the altitude is set to 250 feet. Okay, clouds are supposed to be overcast at 6,500 and broken at 4,700. So 4,700, we should start getting some better visibility. Definitely under 6,500 feet. Okay, this next leg, once we make our left to strap, we are 100% going to use that to start slowing our speed down, because we want to be about 170, 160-ish at Chet's. So about 10 miles out, about 15 out, we'll start bringing it back just to make sure we got a good slowdown. We are at 10,000 feet. Landing lights are all coming on. Keep that bumped out a little bit.
Final descent to your destination. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to select.
Okay, once we get on approach, we'll run this. We already know altimeters are set. We'll get lights. GPS landing is already selected. This is what they're referring to. We've already got it selected to flaps 15.
Show any larger electronics.
Okay, we'll keep this on the VNAV to make sure that is going to be doing what it needs to do. Okay, at about 15, we'll start slightly slowing down. Let's actually do that now. The lower we get, the air is more dense. The airframe has more requirements. Not to mention, you can notice that this barber's pole comes down because we are below 10,000 feet, so it will make sure that you're not doing over 250. But you can see it's even coming down even further, simply because of the density of the air on the airframe. So let's pull that power back more. Get a little bleed in there. Okay, 14 out. At 10 out, we'll start slowing ourselves to 180, 170-ish, bringing that all the way back. Key West traffic, Bahamas Air at 318, currently at 7,000, direct to Chet's. It's going to be expecting full stop as we transition onto the RNAV 09 for Key West. Stabilize the speed at about 216. Alright, so once we make our turn to final, we'll get the RPMs back up. We'll get the hydraulic auxiliary tanks pump 1 and 2 on. We've got our standby hydraulic pressure and our PTU control is already on. We'll be good to go, guys. Speed looks good. Still no ice detected, so I'm ecstatic about that. And of course on runway 09 we're going to be exiting stage right. The terminal is all the way at the end, so watching green light come in will be easy to do from the aircraft. Okay, 7 miles out. Time to bleed some more speed. Still a little hazy out there. Still can't even really make out the airport over there just because our luck, man. The cloud ceiling just happens to be right over where we're landing, which is like some Snoopy, Charlie Brown stuff. Speed is bleeding nicely. We're about 5 out from Chet's, where we're going to make our left turn to a 183 heading, and speed is right where I want it. By the time we get to Antna, I want to be at about 150. We'll have our first stage of flaps in, and we'll go ahead and jam the gear down prior to us getting to Busby. Key West traffic, Bahamas Air 318 crossing Chet's in 2.8 miles, returning left direct to Antna on a base, and we will call left to final for full stop, Florida Keys traffic. Alright, now you can see we hit that and it's continuing to operate on the VNAV, which is good for our 1500 for Antna. And you could also see our descent there. It's looking good. Let's pull that power up a little bit.
2500.
All right. Okay, we're getting close to the turn. Let's go bleeds to minimum. Power's up. Auxiliary tanks pumps 1 and 2 on. Auto feather not needed. Lights are as required. Fuel transfers off. Pumps 1 and 2 are on. Standby. Hydraulic pressure and PTU are checked. Hydraulic pressure and quantity look good. Speed is good. Passenger signs are on. There's no caution lights, and the cabin is 100% secure. And Keys traffic, Bahamas Air 318 is now turning left to final for runway 09, expecting full stop for Key West traffic. Okay, as we get into the turn, flaps 5 selected. We'll wait for it to indicate. I'm going to keep this approach nice and slow here. And actually, I think we'll VNAV it down to the 250. So we'll VNAV it down to, let's say, 3. Let's do our altitude select, and we'll do VNAV. So we'll start our descent right how it should be. Should be no problem, since we're basically doing the RNAV. Okay, 3.6, 3.4. Let's hold what we got. Mile out, we're drop gear. We do have a visual of the runway. It is here. Alright guys, we're a mile out. Gear's coming down. Key West traffic, Bahamas Air 318 is now on a 6-mile final for runway 09, expecting full stop Key West traffic. Okay, flaps 10 is selected. Landing gear is down. We've got the 3 green here. Flaps are set and indicated. Conditioning levers are in the max. Bleed air is required. And we're good to go for our landing here. We've got our descent happening. Runway is nice and clear. Okay, power's all the way out. 135 will drop full flaps. And 3, 2, and... or flaps 15, I should say. Flaps 15 is in. Our aircraft. And let's get her down, guys. Gear is down and confirmed. Flaps are set and indicated. Flaps 15, so that's a good thing, guys. Remember, we got to kind of nail this one right where we need it. Let's go ahead and correct on over. Key West, Bahamas Air 318, short final, runway 09, full stop.
500.
Winds are coming off the left of our nose at 15 knots, so we do have a little gust. We got one white, one red. It's this type of airport. That's good to go. Alright, let's start looking for target.
Minimums.
Continue. Shorter runway. You could feel it. Alright. Reverse free. And we got her in, man. Very short runway. You could feel it. She kind of was a little bit floaty there.
And it's currently about 72 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft...
Key West traffic. Bahamas Air 318 is clear of runway 09, taxi into ramp for Key West traffic.
We thank you for flying with us.
Okay, we got the APU starting. Flaps are up. APU's on. No butter on that one, but we had to get her down, boy. We were running out of runway space, man. Hey, appreciate it, Berto. Appreciate it. Okay, we got the APU on. And you can see it's a pretty full house over here. We want to be able to see green light, so let's see where we can come in here and turn around. We're actually going to do a turnaround feature here. Parking brake is set. Gust lock is up. Taxi light is off. Bus is tied. Can leave the recirculation fan on. No problems, man. Bus is tied. And props have cooled. And we made it. We made it. Alright, y'all. Welcome to Key West, Florida. For sure, for sure. Completing service for the evening, my G's. You guys know how we do it, man. Alright. Let us get the old bada bingsters, bada boomsters off. And let me check and see where El green light is at. Let's not be remiss. We still got to turn our red beacon off. There we go. And we can let the pasajeros out, man. Alright, APU is going to run. Let's go ahead and complete the flight. Alright, starting descent in 10 nautical miles. Okay, roger that. So we're going to run some replays, Green. Go ahead and let me know when you are actually descending down in the chat, or, you know, getting on the approach, and I'll get with you. In the meantime, we're going to run a few replays, my G. So let me know in the chat when you're getting close, my G. Alright, there's one other thing we didn't do, man. We need to turn our squawk Charlie off. Let's disconnect real quick, and we already got rid of me. Let's get right into the replay, man. Excuse me. At least we get a tower view this time, my peeps. Guys, appreciate each and every one of you riding along with your boy today, that's for sure. So right there, it just seemed like those trees were really close, so then we had to power down. And there's those power lines right there, so we wanted to make sure we cleared that. It was sort of bummed I missed the runway touchdown blocks. Probably about 10 feet there, 10, 20 feet as far as elevation. That was pretty nice, y'all. No complaints on that one. Let's ride that back while we can. Alright, y'all, man. We doing big things. We doing big things, y'all. Check your Senor Green Light out. Pretty dope, that boat down there moving in the water. Alright, y'all, I'd like to say big up to my lovely wife and kids for always supporting me. My boy Cole Carey was in the house. My boy D Champ for sure checked in. Harrison Horvath was in the house, man. Good to see you, my G. Thank you for riding on board. Of course, Greenlight Auto Brokers was in the house. He's flying with us now. Big up, Green, and thanks for flying, homie. As always, homie. We had Kaisha. He was in the house, reporting that he was a Bahamas Air pilot, no doubt. We got Andy Black, who was in the house, man. So big up to you, man. And again, belated happy birthday to Cole Carey. We also had Lucas Santiago in the house, man. So big up, Lucas, for checking out the stream, man. Appreciate your support and viewership. We also have my boy, my real G, my young Jeezy Fires was in the house, man. Big up. My fellow Mad Dog Cages. Kajaskas was in the house, man. Big up, Cages. Enjoyed flying with you the other day. Jade Sands was in the house, man. Big up, Jade Sands, man. Thanks for flying along with your boy and hanging out. Captain Smoke was in the house, man. For sure, for sure. That's what's up. Kit Stahlberg. I apologize if I didn't see you in the chat, Kit, but big up to you. He says he's been to Fort Myers, seen planes come in over the Gulf of Mexico. That's what's up, Kit. Thanks for your commentary. Sorry I missed you. Jade Sands was in the house. We already got him in. Retired firefighter was all the way in the house with my boy Spawn and Salmon. and fellow content creator HD Simulation. Check him out. My boy Berto was also in the house, man. Big up, Berto. We also had Enzo Michael Parabaga was in the house, man. So big up to you, Enzo, for checking in. And that completes the list, man. And if you guys are watching this right now and haven't commented, big up to you. Still appreciate you. Don't forget, your comments and suggestions, advice, and questions are always welcome in the chat. And for those that are watching this in the post, or that will watch it in the post, big up to you guys, man, for the support, man. Following green light on the scope, so we should be in a good position to get him on his landing. Key West traffic. Bahamas Air 318 radio check.
5 4 miles from crossing Jets.
Copy that. Replays are done, my G. All ads are going to be on you, homeboy.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir. We waiting on you, man. Like a kid in a candy store waiting on a big piece of chocolate. Alright, y'all. It's been a fun stream. Did enough replays. Gonna get my man Green in.
Ain't doing no Christmas shopping. Everybody gonna get some fruit this year.
You ain't lying. Hey, help keep that check engine light off too. Alright, so my man is gonna be coming in here shortly. Let us get outside.
We got some fruit for Christmas. You be like, man, what kind of Christmas this is?
You ain't lying, man. Back in the day, you'd be mad. Like, what is this? Along with a pair of underwear and socks. That's the most important we need now. Fruit, socks, and shirts, man. Good looking aircraft right there.
We ain't getting no stretch on Armstrong this year.
Alright. Let's go find our position here on the runway so that we can see our G coming in and watch him. Now, I don't know what type of aircraft. He's flying the Austin's experimental joint, so I don't know what kind of rendering the CSLs and X-Plane are going to do here, so.
Evolution.
Okay, yeah, roger that. I'm just curious to see what your CSL is going to show up as. Last time you showed up as a jet, I think. Alright, y'all, so we just gonna wait for my man Green to come in. I suppose I can put myself back on camera. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. And once Green lands, man, we'll watch him get her down, get her in, and then we're gonna be signing off. For sure. So I do appreciate you guys hanging out, man. It's been a good...
Key West traffic, this is November 71 Charlie Hotel. Turning final for the RNF, runway 09. Key West.
Alright, y'all. Not a bad welcome back. Stream under 4 hours, which I like. And we should see him coming in on final. Don't forget those 2 waypoints once you turn left of final, man. They come up pretty quick, so. And again, this is a 5,000 foot runway. Now, had we departed out of here, unlike the Miami departure, we would use full runway for sure. And probably flaps 10 to rotate a little quicker. Although the Dash 8, one thing I do know about it, man, those turboprops they cut into the air quite nicely, man, and get that thing propelled to where it needs to go. So we should say Il Senor Green Light showing up. That's right, Berto, man, let's get it, Green. Berto is putting on to you that butter love, the mantequilla en el pan.
Yo, big up to everybody in chat, man. I haven't had a chance. Big up, Rudder. What's up, HD? What's up, D Chan? Big up, Greg. I see everybody in chat. I'm looking on my phone, so if I missed you, big up to you, Spawning Salmon, Captain Smoke, Tired Firefighter, everybody.
Appreciate you, Fammer Bammers. Appreciate that. Captain Smoke said he got the popcorn ready to watch the greaser, baby, and he needs all the butter on top of them kernels.
Shit, I'm scared of that butter now. It's like you said, that check engine light might come on. Shit.
I heard that. All right, y'all. Feel like somebody should be rhyming or something, you know. Somebody needs to load up and give this thing some vocals. Feel like I'm just staring out into the abyss here, waiting to see anything.
Know you scared when your mama when you turned down fried chicken from your grandmama.
Boy, that's when you know you good and scared. Boy, you ain't eating grandmama's fried chicken. Something wrong. Man, I just had a flashback of me, you, and Leo departing out of Key West when we were flying the ATRs. I don't remember what you flew, but that was my first Microsoft attempt at flying in Microsoft.
And that was a good flight, man. That was fun.
Yeah, roger that. We definitely got to kick that one off again and get all them. Remember that time we had all them boys flying in on GA aircraft? That was the time I came in the King Air. And we had bases loaded, man. We got, I think even Spawning flew that one if I can remember correctly. But that was a fun one. All right, the man, the myth, the legend is showing up right now, y'all. Hey, don't forget Captain Smoke, man. We gotta definitely get another flight together, homie, so I can catch you coming in. I know you're gonna want to fly C-17 Globemaster. El green light is coming in. Always a pleasure flying with you too, Green.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
roger
you know,
that.
It's always a pleasure, man. It ain't no thing but a chicken wing, as long as it's baked.
Yes, sir. A healthy chicken wing, that is. Yo, let's get it, get it. We gotta get it. Go on, grease it. Be legit with it. Right? It's over here giving him a rap landing. Yeah, man, that one too, man. I'm all about them formation flying. With some DC mumble sauce on that chicken, you feel it? Good job, my G. You got her down, and you're showing up as a Cessna 172, so that's not bad.
Yeah, roger that. Oh, these winds is kicking like kung fu right now.
Yeah, I know, my G. That's what was getting me on, man. I had to do some serious rudder control when I came in. Yeah, them winds, man, they got me too. Go watch them exit stage right. Hit the E-brake! Hit the E-brake!
Oh, damn, I didn't realize it ain't no taxi with it.
You was so worried about that chicken wing, dog. You was headed straight to grandmama's house. There we go, my G. Looking good, looking good. Oh, my goodness. Man, for sure, I'm gonna go back and watch that. That's entertaining, my G. Appreciate you. All right, Berto, man. Catch you, my G.
Hey, big up, everybody, man. Yeah, call Leo, man. We gotta do this again.
Yeah, roger that, my G. Thanks for flying, homie, man. I'm about to end the stream, and I'll hit you up if I do another flight tomorrow, big homie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And once again, I can't say it enough, and I know you're gonna say, "Oh, ain't nothing but a chicken wing," but I always do appreciate you flying in stream, big homie.
Man, I appreciate being here, man. And big up to everybody, man. And we gonna holler.
All right, my G, I'll get up with you. All right, y'all. That has concluded the stream, and what a good ending it was, man. God bless everybody. That's right. I'll count you in as well, Smoke. For sure, for sure. Until then, man, hey, be patient with yourself. treat others even kindlier than when you treat yourself, man. Go hard, get it, and never quit it, man. I'm your boy Dre, and I am 100% GONE. I'll holla.